Okay, so great. Let's hear it. Tell me what I got wrong, and let's start there.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have that many points.
Okay.
It's just the fact that let's say you're going at something, right? Like the Gamba stuff. That even I agree that it's wrong on multiple levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you say a bunch of truths and you swoop in some lies or misconceptions, I think it can be really damaging. Because what that does, in my opinion, is that it makes everybody who did it, who has done it, or people who have even moved on after doing it even once, make them look like really terrible, much more than they should.
Well,
they should be fucked on, but not like to a crisp.
Well, hold on.
Can't recover.
So you're insinuating that I swooped in with misinformation or lies, and obviously I would disagree. So let's just start by saying, what are those misinformation and lies?
Okay. Some of the stuff you guys said, like almost on the podcast, where you guys are like, oh, dude, these 400K wins, 300K wins. I mean, this can't happen. It's got to be rigged somehow, right? Like, it's big advertisement if they get a big win on stream or whatever, and it shows to the viewers it's rigged. And Hila even agreed. And I mean, you pushed a point. She agreed. Everybody agreed. You guys made jokes about it. And I think that kind of makes people look really bad.
Sorry, hold on one second. Did you just run an ad on your stream?
It's automatic.
Oh shit! I was like, damn, dude, fucking get it, boy.
Yeah, because I was like, so I said run ad block because it's automatic.
Oh, okay. I don't have ad block on this one. That's okay. So you're saying that. So basically, I don't know why you're saying 300 or 300,000. The stuff, the specific wins that we looked at were all in the millions. And I thought to myself, this is very unlikely that multiple streamings are winning top level millions jackpot, million, 2.5 million. I mean, the likelihood of that is very, very low. Now, I have no problem believing that you guys, because I know you were gambling on the very high end.
Listen. I'm okay with a discussion, but if you're gonna backpedal like a bitch,
I didn't backpedal 1 inch.
Right now, you're doing it right now.
Whoa!
You made a statement, and you had an opinion. You were strong about it, and you went hardcore, and you were.
Well, how did I backpedal? You're misrepresenting what I said.
No, that's not true.
The jackpots that I showed in the podcast were specifically people winning $1 million jackpots, and I said the likelihood of this happening is very low. Now, what am I backpedaling on?
Well,
that's exactly what I said on the podcast.
Yeah, but it was a little bit harder though. It went all the way to say that it was unregulated, which does make sense, and then oh yeah, rigged. Yeah, that's not happening. And Hila backed it up. Well, if you sit a discussion like that and you let a lot of comments fly, right? That's like you have to understand it. You understand that it's bad for everybody.
The gambling is bad for everybody.
Okay, now you're going back to the top of the umbrella. Fucking, we already both know this.
Well, hold on. You're not addressing what I said. I never had a problem with people winning 300,000 jackpots. It seems very unlikely to me, and it still does, that multiple Twitch streamers can be winning these top-level $1 million jackpots. The odds of that happening, if you go into a casino, for example, you're not going to cruise through there in a month's time and be seeing these huge $1 million jackpots in the same place. The likelihood of that is very low. Now, let me clarify further.
Go ahead.
That I think it's entirely possible, and in fact, understanding who you are and your reputation, and I see you've apologized and made amends for this. I don't think you are in on this, okay? I think these websites, which are unregulated, have full capacity to fudge the statistics when you guys are playing to make it more likely that you hit these big jackpots, to make it more appealing to the people watching. That's the problem with unregulated. This is the problem with unregulated casinos. If you go to Vegas, if you play, there's big casinos that are regulated by different commissions.
Okay, good. I'm gonna stop you right there then. Okay, since you're kind of galloping, there's a lot of points you made. That I think there was 4 there that I want to address, and now you're going to a 5th one. It's kind of hard. Okay, 1. Okay. How often do you go to the casino and you see somebody pull out a $50,000 chip, and you see him slamming into the machine over and over again, back to back?
The jackpots that we saw people win were on $1,000 bets.
Okay, $1,000 bets. It's not a $1,000 bet. It's a $1,000 bet that leads the person to a $50,000 bonus. That's what people are buying into or winning. It's a bonus worth $50K. So would you not say that it's like there's a good likelihood or one that is reasonable that if you're in a $50,000 bonus, you could get a 2x, which is 100,000, a 4x, which would be 200,000, because let's say you're playing something like I'm not going into specifics, but let's say you're going to play Fruit Party, okay? If you're doing $500 spins, you can naturally get a bonus, right? You can naturally get it. If you want to buy it instantly, it's $50,000. Literally, you're buying a bonus for $50,000. The likelihood that you could be getting a 400k, 500k win, even a million, it's not that unlikely. That would be a 20x.
I agree.
Is that crazy? It's not that crazy.
No, but the bets the people were betting, then they won those huge $1 million plus jackpots were $1,000. They were not 50,000.
Yeah, it makes sense. The bonuses is where everybody get their shit. And yeah, you're right. It is $1,000 spin. But if you enter at $50,000 bonus on a $1,000 spin, yeah, you got lucky to get the bonus, and you got lucky again in your bonus. Does that make sense? But yeah, you're right. It is still a $1,000 bet. But
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's not even about how much we bet or how much you win or whatever. I trust that you're not scamming anyone, right? I'm say that now. Okay?
Right.
What is the problem is that these gambling sites are unregulated. And I know from firsthand experience what unregulated gambling sites do and what it means for the people using it. Unregulated gambling sites have the ability to do anything they want. There's no oversight, and it is basically a functional fraud.
Yeah, right.
They can fudge the numbers, the statistics. They cannot pay out people who are winning. They can change.
Wait, you skipped a step there. You skipped a step.
Okay.
You said they can fight with the statistics. I could be wrong about this. I'm willing to take information from some website or some source if you guys have it. You're missing a step. You're going from player to website, but you're forgetting the middle part, the middle ground, the middleman, provider. It's player, provider, website.
You're saying the software that powers.
Yeah, the player plays on the website, but ultimately they're playing a game that is from a provider, like Pragmatic Gaming, Play and Go, or some other bullshit. These are the providers. They make the game.
Okay.
The website hosts the games, and you can use your bounce, whatever, and whatnot to interact with the game. Then you're betting, but ultimately you're interacting with the provider.
So who is the provider? Do you know if the provider?
They're very well established. I'm pretty sure very legitimate. I mean, quote unquote, providers. Like Pragmatic is fucking huge.
Right, but so let me tell you this. I happen to know, again, from firsthand experience, when I was living in Israel, I worked for gaming websites just doing marketing bullshit. And the whole industry crumbled because the websites and the software were all in on this massive scam.
Makes sense.
Because it was all unregulated. And what the sites were doing, together with the software, is they would do this thing called risk management. When people were winning, they would lower the stats. And sometimes if people were playing and they wanted to win, they could raise the stats. And then the other thing that they do, which is outside the software's control, is change the rules. When someone actually wins is trying to cash out, they'll say, we suspect you were cheating. That's one of their go-tos. Or they'll just make these onerous, impossible goals to meet with ID and verification. To the point where these people can never get their money out.
Okay, it makes sense. That sounds like a website problem. That seems like anecdotal evidence to me. Depending on who you worked with or whatever, I don't know if they're big or not. But right now you're talking about like colossuses of the industry. I don't know that much about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, were they like absolute global overlords that have in real life casinos, multiple of them, multiple locations, all across the board games that legitimately are regulated? Now you're talking about a scam that would go in, that would be to crazy lengths. Now, you're talking about some flat earther shit, nearly.
I don't follow the flat earther comparison, but
like,
what I will
everybody
say.
has, it's like the NASA. Everybody's on it. Everybody. Nobody's
Well,
lying.
I don't know. So
everybody.
So we're talking about something that I don't have a specific knowledge of. So if you're playing on these websites with crypto and you don't need an ID and everything, I don't know all the specific softwares that they host. I don't know that the specific softwares that game people play on. So I can't sit here and confirm one way or the other. Oh, well, this slot software is secure and this one is not. So I can't have that conversation because I don't have that information.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just that I feel like overall it yeah, like I said, like I'm not gonna bash it from this. Okay, the gambling shit is bad. We all agreed on that.
Yes.
It's just that whenever we throw shit like this, it makes some of the gambling that was literally just not just, but hitting slot machines all day look like some CS:GO Lotto fucking scandal. And it makes everybody look like way worse. Even people that did it once or a couple times, they even moved on. Makes it look terrible. Makes it look part of some sort of fucking advanced racket when it's really not.
I do. So here's what I think. I don't think you're part of an advanced racket, but I do think these casinos that are paying people millions of dollars every month to play is part of an advanced racket. I do believe that. But I don't think you're a part of it. And I think it's great that you stopped. And I think that the fact that you did stop is like totally great, and that you can move on having known that you have acknowledged that this was damaging and that you stopped, and that's fine. Like Mizkif did it. He stopped for the same good reason as you, and I have respect for you guys for doing that. The problem I have with Aiden Ross is that after that conversation, he became aware of these issues. He acknowledged them, and he specifically said he's not going to stop. And
makes sense.
And again, there's this other issue of this guy Trainwreck, who I'm supposing everybody likes, so people don't like being critical of him. But it's the same thing. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he continues to do it. So I mean, that's the pinnacle of doing the wrong thing. It's like once you know something's wrong, you have to stop now. And I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna get opinionated real fast. To be, I was just trying to go with like the actual facts, because dude, people are scarred. When people hear words and certain buzzwords or whatever, people go they go kind of crazy. Okay, so whenever people say, oh, the odds are rigged, or this can be rigged, or will be rigged, and whatever, like it really does make everybody look fucking way worse than, you know.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I can't look. I don't know you, and I'm not here to protect your reputation. I mean, I do think that these people that run these casinos have the capacity to fudge the numbers. I don't think you're in on it. I'll say that for sure.
I don't think they do. Unless there's, listen, I hope you understand this. I'll say it again. Some of these companies that runs on these games are like titans. I would genuinely be surprised, and I'm willing to be wrong about this and admit all my faults. If there's an extreme racket between both the providers and the website, in a coordinated racket on certain individuals, to screw the numbers, it would blow my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to go and do more research about like the website you guys are using and the casinos they're using, which I'm happy and willing to do. I'm going to do that. And we can continue this conversation. We want to get more stats, or more research on that. But I can say from firsthand experience that they do this. They do this. They do.
Oh, yeah. Extremely shady bullshit trash. But I think some of the more established big providers are somewhat regulated.
I agree. But are these the ones paying you guys $2 million a month to gamble on Twitch?
I got paid dirt fucking cheap.
Okay, well, whatever you got paid, I don't know. But I doubt that these big regulated companies are going to come here and pay people on Twitch, because it's it's borderline. I think it's probably illegal for them to come here and promote these people, because like the regulations around this in the United States alone, let alone international, is absolutely fucking a web of disaster, right? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, and listen, if we start speaking at legality shit. It's a whole fucking wazoo of things that I don't think me or you or anyone on the podcast has any expertise on fucking talking about. It's going to be an absolute nightmare.
Well, what I can say, without getting too deep into it, because I agree it's so complicated, is that a big, regulated, reputable casino is not going to sponsor a Twitch streamer who's broadcasting to all 50 states, the vast majority of them it's illegal in, to countries where gambling is extremely illegal in. They're not going to do that because they're going to get in so much shit with all those governments that it's not going to be worth it for them, to the point where they can even get shut down. That's happened many times.
Right. Yeah.
So the guys operating these affiliate casinos for Twitch streamers are guys that are getting paid in crypto, who are going to disappear one day when the regulators come to clamp down and they start asking questions. They got money that is all clean, all safe in crypto, and they're going to fucking disappear.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like some of these discussions are a little bit above our pay grade, and I just feel like
I'm comfortable with this conversation.
This one is fine. Just the more upper level one, things get really complicated. You're absolutely correct though. I don't think anybody's gonna debate some of this shit. Anybody at all. It was more a fact that I don't want to say something that is just wrong or stupid. Yeah, just like how do I explain this? Okay, I was gonna elaborate on this point. People are very scarred, and they absolutely should be. The CS:GO Lotto shit was so damaging. It was the most shitstorm thing ever. Mm-hmm. The people that were just doing it, the people that weren't part of it, that were just like gambling on the websites, like users or whatever, got fucked over. Mm-hmm. Twitch got fucked over. Lawsuits at the wazoo. The whole thing was terrible. I mean, I'm sure you know about it, right? The Phantom Lord bullshit. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
So whenever people think or hear that things can be manipulated one at a time, like the percentage question mark thing, it rings a really bad bell. And then if you add names to that, like Train, X, Miz, all of them, everybody, and you add names to that bell, it just creates damage. So I feel like whenever you talk about that, you have to be a little bit responsible, especially when you're running like a podcast and you're trying to be factual about things and not opinionated.
I understand that you're upset that your name got included, but I stand by what we said about it. I mean, I don't think I said that you are in on the scam, and I'm willing to clarify that I don't think you're on the scam. And where the CS:GO Lotto thing differs from what's still going on now is that the people who were promoting the CS:GO Lotto shit were the people that owned the website, right? As far as I'm aware, and I don't think there's any evidence that would suggest, is that none of you guys, I mean, obviously I'm not accusing, you definitely are not involved, do not own these gambling websites, obviously, right? So that's the difference.
Wait, so you're still calling it a scam then? You still at your core believe that the whole thing, like most of it is a scam?
Yes. I do believe it's a scam. I do believe that I just explained to you how you agreed that these people are going to run away with all this crypto someday in the near future. How is that not a scam?
What part is a scam? The winnings, the like which part?
The part of the scam is that they're taking people's money. They're potentially screwing with the numbers, with the payouts. And they're going to run away with all the money. I mean, that is a scam. There is deception. This is all conjecture, but the fact is that they're doing this via crypto. They're not verifying people's IDs. They're promoting it on Twitch, which any reasonable, ethical, well-regulated gambling company wouldn't do for all the reasons I listed. So, do I know it's a scam? No, but obviously, how can I know that? But my hunch on this and my reporting, which is very all of my reporting is very editorial. So in my opinion, it is a scam.
Okay. So now we're going from I know it's a scam to I have a hunch that it may be some.
Dude, I never said I know this is a scam. Everything I do is editorial.
I don't know what that means, editorial.
It's my opinion. How would I know it's a scam? I don't sit in their office and audit their data.
Okay. Okay. Some of these points, some of these points don't make sense. You're saying that they would advertise on Twitch, but they do though. A Rubet, a Steak, fuck ass. They're all advertising on Twitch. Yeah, all the other ones, whatever the fuck, who the fuck they are. They're all advertising on Twitch. Like multiple people. They have a lot of affiliates on Twitch that are sponsored. So I don't know where you're getting saying that but like, what was the point? You were saying that they would sponsor if they were legitimate, but they do.
I don't know which sites you're talking about.
Well, I mean, all the big ones. I mean, I don't think anybody gives a fuck about the small dogs. Like, these are legitimate, probable racket. If they're not going with the normal providers like all the other ones and they're being shady and whatnot, these are trash. But I'm talking like the big hitters, the big names, the ones that people actually use, the ones that are reputable. Those, and you're saying that you're still saying that these are actual scams.
I don't know. I'm saying the ones where you pay in crypto and they don't check your ID are scams. Likely scams.
Likely.
Dude, how would I know? I don't sit in their offices, audit. Everything I say is editorial. I'm not a fucking clairvoyant. Like, that's inherent in what I'm saying. I'm a fucking guy. I give an editorial opinion about things. Obviously, if I say it's a scam, it's based on my reasonable observation of what's going on.
Okay. So what part do you think that they're going to vanish overnight and do an exit scam and just go, no more payouts, fuck you, suck my balls?
Yes, I think that's very likely.
Okay, so you think they're gonna poof and exit scam out of the blue?
Yes, I think that's very likely.
Okay. What else part of scam is that? What other scam is there in there that you have mixed up in there?
I mean, that's enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's enough. But I mean, like I said, I'm trying to go on things that are tangible, things that we can talk about.
I've listed it. The main points is that they're taking crypto, they're not checking people's IDs, they're having people play on Twitch, play their game. They're paying people to play their game and put their affiliate code on their screen on Twitch. There's the highlight. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just saying.
I mean, we're talking in circles here a little bit.
No, a little bit. But I think precision is key in those things, though.
Okay, so
if we do have to circle twice to get something right, I mean, we have to do it. I don't mind. If you want to go, yeah, scam shit, bullshit, they're gonna scam.
Well, what do you want me to say? You want me to say I don't know 100% certain it's a scam? Of course I don't 100% know it's a scam. How could I possibly?
Okay, well, things are tangible, like verifying IDs. They do verify IDs. They do, and they also cross-verify, I'm pretty sure, login locations or whatever, and they ban accounts. And like I said, I'm not defending anybody, but I'm just thinking that's it, like across the board. I don't want people to look like scam. I get it. Somebody might be a scum lord for promoting gambling. We got that out of the way. That is absolutely true. Mm-hmm. I don't want them to mix up scum lord with scam lord.
I agree. I agree with you. I don't think anybody who's doing this on Twitch is in on the establishment of the owners of one of these casinos.
So who is then?
Well, I don't know. I don't know who owns the casino. I mean, some scammers.
Well, which individual then would be part of it? Somebody you've seen, somebody that's out there.
Why do I need to know who they are? They're obviously
anybody, a player, a streamer, anybody.
I said I don't think streamers are involved in the back end.
Okay.
I said I do not think streamers are involved in the back end. And that's how it differs from CSGO Lotto, is because CSGO Lotto was run by people that owned the website, right? So that's where it differs, where you guys are just being paid to promote this product. I don't think that you streamers, are in on the back end of the ownership of these casinos. I think you guys are just paid to promote their product. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair enough. I feel like we've went to like all the way out there, and we're kind of like breaking down slowly. We're kind of like reverting it. So what were you guys mad at? What were the main points that you guys were mad at Aiden for?
So the reason why I was disappointed in Aiden because he said for all the reasons that we discussed that promoting gambling is not good, right? You say it's Scum Andy, right? So it's a Scum Andy situation.
Yeah, it is a Scum Andy.
So he acknowledged that. And then I said, so you need to stop. I said, you need to stop doing the gambling. But he said, I can't stop. I'm not done yet. So that's my problem. It's pretty simple. He acknowledged that it's Scum Andy, to use your parlance. Thank you. And he refuses to stop. So yeah, that was my problem with Aiden. It's pretty simple.
Well, I'm not going to defend him on that because there's no point. But I just feel like the reasoning behind it is probably like this. He thinks it's content. His people think it's content. He enjoys doing it. He gets paid. Whatever moral ethics or whatever you're gonna throw in there, I think he stopped at my first sentence, and it's gonna kind of like stop. So whatever you're gonna throw in there, I don't think it's getting at him. That's why he said, I'm still gonna do it.
Well, clearly I agree. Yeah, I mean that's the point. I think it's fucked up though. He's willing to turn his head. He's willing to turn a blind eye to getting a bunch of kids. And I'm sure, I don't know what your demographic is, but I know that Aiden specifically is very young. He's willing to turn a blind eye to hooking kids to gambling, which is extremely, extremely dangerous, damaging vice. I learned the other day from Hassan, actually.
I mean, it's the worst of all, pretty much.
Exactly. They call it the deadliest vice because the most amount of people commit suicide from getting addicted to gambling. And so and then kids, on the other hand, these are undeveloped brains that are being exposed to one of the deadliest addiction. They're playing slot machines too, which is like the heroin of gambling, because it's just like click, 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 dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. It's so intense. They have these young, undeveloped brains. They're already getting this taste of adrenaline and addiction, and it is very, very, very bad for them, for their families. It's very damaging. It's fucked up. And he's making like $2 million a month. We saw from his leaked DM. And so, it's easy for him to turn a blind eye, but at the cost of a lot of damage that he's going to be doing to his audience.
So now that we've drawn the problem pretty accurately, now let's try to talk about, since you brought it up as like it increases the problem. What about somebody who wouldn't be doing that, right? Somebody who, because we always hear the thing, oh, he's doing that to children, doing that to kids. At which point does it go across and says it's not towards kids anymore? Like, what really draws the bar? Is it because the streamer's older, his audience is older? At what point are you sort of like, I would say you could say immune from that everything? Because I feel like, this is just my opinion, I think you'll make a good effort, even though it's still scum shit, at drawing the line saying 18 plus, don't do it. The stream itself being on mature mode, if you want to go across, what is it, like literally like 8 barriers of security, I mean, it's kind of hard. So then is it like a complete no? Like, at what point is it not towards children and you can stop saying that?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, and the truth is it's probably not an easy answer, but I will say that on YouTube, for example, anytime you even put a link in the description that links to a gambling site, you're going to get terms of service. So the truth is, in my opinion, that Twitch is just not the right place for that because there's just too much potential for harm there.
What is?
I don't know.
None. I mean, we're never gonna. Nobody's ever gonna agree on any of these points because it's a no across the board.
Yeah, probably. It probably is, and it's fine. It is, because at the end of the day, what you're doing is not good. And I understand that it's content, and I understand that you're getting paid, and that everyone's having fun on the face of it. But like underneath, you've got this big iceberg where on the top, it's everyone's having fun watching, and you're making a lot of money, and then underneath the water is this huge clump of suffering that's going to happen as a result of people getting into gambling from watching you. So, I mean, ethically, it's never okay, but it's really even specifically less okay in this case.
Okay, so one of my early reasonings, okay, or early on, before I even start any of this, and I agree with what you just said. My early reasonings, not like a coping, like, oh yeah, it's gonna. Oh, I feel better doing it. I was gonna do. People always ask every streamer for at least one Gamma stream, whatever, and I wanted to do a Gamma stream, and so I had to sign up, right? And one of my early reasonings, while I was going to that first Gamma stream, that was unsponsored, just willingly, is that there were so many barriers to get there. That like, yeah, even I, as a 25-year-old, I'm like a Zoomer, right? I signed up, did all the verifs, all over. I have a PayPal with money. I have a credit card with money. I have it all set up, and I still couldn't fucking get money in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And to me, that was my first thought. I was like, okay, well, fuck. I mean, if I can fucking do it, you know. It looked like there was a good amount of security barriers behind it that kind of like not downplayed it, but made that like not as bad. Maybe I'm just a dumbass though. Maybe I'm just an idiot for not being able to deposit it. But
no,
still,
you're right. Sometimes it can be hard. But the one thing I would point to is that I've seen. I actually haven't seen, but I've heard references, maybe you've seen it, where streamers show the amount of money that their audience has actually deposited using their codes as a result of their streams, and that these numbers are massive. So however difficult it is, people are figuring it out, right?
I showed mine, and mine were. I'm actually kind of confused about that though. Mine were dog shit. So because my people don't gamble, I don't understand. I at least showed them all of them. They were trash. But which doesn't make it better. I'm not gonna sit behind and say. Well,
maybe you were
not
more.
A lot of people used it.
It's possible that the way you promoted it was in a way that you were more upfront about it, that what didn't look more appealing to people, whereas there's other people doing it and their numbers are massive. So there's obviously a reason with how they're doing it, how they're promoting it, how they're talking about it, that will drive more people. It could also depend on the website you're on, where maybe the website you were playing on was legit and they were much more rigorous with letting people deposit, where someone else might be playing on a shadier website that's much more easy to get money in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be like and I think obviously the streamer's responsibility, you know, to
for sure.
get something that has a good amount of barriers or whatever. Because all I'm trying to say is that if the age thing is really hard, because it'll be difficult to navigate through content, right? With like the age, if people make the correct things, like 18 plus in title, mature barrier, I don't know, age verify login or some shit. It's take all the proper precautions on other topics that aren't gambling, right? Is it gonna be right or not, right? And at that point, I just feel like it's a slippery slope. I generally fear that it could be a slippery slope.
Like what else are you concerned about being excluded from Twitch because we're concerned about the kids?
I've had the same issues in some of my other adventures, like Overwatch League, whatever. Like drinking alcohol, smoking.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So the difference is, if you want to drink on stream, you're not getting paid by the alcohol company. Hold on, I'm not done.
Friday Fireball, boys. Friday Fireball.
You have. I was gonna say.
Let's get fucked up. Come on now. Let's not do that. Come on.
I'm not done talking. You don't have an affiliate code that people are going to go run into the shop and get fucking discounts on alcohol. And also in America, alcohol is extremely regulated. You cannot go into a store and buy alcohol without an ID. For the most part, people are blank.
Oh, so you're saying there's an 18 plus barrier that you have to cross, that you can. It'd be impossible for you to cross.
Alcohol is regulated very fucking tightly by the government in all aspects. There are laws governing all of that.
So you wouldn't be able to go next to a store and ask somebody to get it, or a brother.
But that's up to Twitch, and that's up to the streamer. We're comparing that to gambling, which is unregulated and super shady. Alcohol is
That's on the legal side. That's on the other party's side. What I mean is on the streamer's responsibility and how they drive content when it has a legitimate.
Look, if you're doing
barrier.
if you're doing a stream where you're pounding alcohol to the point where you're blacking out, because that's kind of what the gambling is, right? It's like pound, 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 pound. So if you're doing a stream where you're blacked out gambling, or even less, like let's say, because Aiden Ross doesn't even gamble with his own money, so he's got a fucking alcohol full of iced tea. He's not even playing with his own money, and he's pounding iced tea. And he's like, "You guys, let's go get fucked up with me." Of course it's fucked up. I mean, listen, you got to use your head and do the right thing.
No, it makes sense. I'll add to it in a minute. For me,
I don't. I don't think you should get blackout drunk on stream. That's probably a bad idea. I can speak from experience on that one.
It makes sense. All I wanted is that the lines are drawn. That this isn't okay, even with the 18 plus, and that is because I feel like if we always put this thing where like if everything you do is that's the children, then you're gonna be like, oh my God, they're drinking, and saying that it's okay to children, smoking, and then it's like a never-ending thing, isn't it? Do you not understand? Like, and it'll be literally difficult to drive content that's organic to these imaginary barriers that are in place that we're putting to try to counter it. But I mean,
society is much better equipped to preventing kids from getting alcohol and cigarettes. I mean, obviously kids can get whatever they want, but like it's well-established societal norms and laws and regulations where these kind of wild gambling sites are not.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a brick and mortar gambling store. Like if you go to Vegas and you're under 21, they're not going to let you in the casino.
Makes sense. It's just if we're talking about specifically the barriers, because some shit like that. I feel like I've seen too often where a kid can really take the iPad, go to the random fucking game that has fucking loot boxes or some shit, and spam the $500 button back to back, and open this shit all fucking day without any barriers whatsoever that prevents them from doing so. So when you talk about only the barrier as an argument, it just doesn't hold up.
You were talking about what? I'm sorry. What was the example you used?
I'm saying if you're talking about the accessibility and the barriers, a child or in your examples, children can incredibly easily take their favorite game on their iPad where their mommy has their fucking Google account logged in and just spam the 5 on it back to back and open their little chesty chest. Oh, I agree.
I mean, listen. You're identifying people that are doing shitty things in a different way. They found a way to do it. In a way that somehow they snuck under the radar. And I agree, that's really fucked up. And, some countries actually started regulating that kind of thing with like loot boxes and chance boxes for kids. That is very bad, that I agree with is bad.
Yeah, I'm going to add you into the call. Yeah, I mean, he wants to be in. Are you okay with that or not?
Who are you adding?
Train. Are you okay with that?
Okay, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Run train on me.
We're still in here, boys. Hey, Dean, say something.
Run train on me, daddy.
Okay.
By the way, I don't have a lot of the data at my fingertips to talk to Train on a high level basis about like what games he's playing, where he's playing at. So like if he wants to get into specific stuff like that, I need to do more research to be able to have a high level conversation with him.
Oh no, I've seen a Train stream. I've seen him hit I think 16 bonuses with multiple 0x's and nothing above a 10x. Well, what's up, Train? What's up, man? Hey, your mic is kind of scuffalonia. What's up, man?
Bro, I'm gonna keep it $150. My main mic ain't working, okay? And I gotta use these A50s, which, listen, it's gonna be a little tough with my deeper voice because these A50s don't really capture it, but we're fucking here. How you doing,
Okay.
A3?
Hi, Trainwreck. How are you?
Uh-oh.
It's Trainwreck, actually. I don't like the
Trainwreck. Sorry. Run. Are you gonna here to run train on me?
No. Listen, I look like a mean guy, but I'm actually a teddy bear inside, so don't worry. I'm not gonna run train on you. Unless, hey, if you're into that, we can get naked and do some weird shit together. But, if you're not into that, then no, I'm not running train.
Okay, we'll figure that out later.
All right, sounds good, brother. Okay, so let's get to the, let's get to the brass tacks, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is kind of an awkward, because I feel like I entered in at a time.
Oh, you're good. Forget it.
We're all talking about everything already, so we have to go back to the beginning. Does that make any sense?
Listen. Yeah. I think I was explaining to to xQc that I can't have a high level conversation on all the facts about which games you're playing or which casinos. My main points that I want to make is that one, these are unregulated gambling sites. I don't know which websites you're explicitly gambling on, and we could try to fact check that live. But two, I don't know. People say that your audience is older, but you're gonna have a lot of kids watching you on Twitch. Okay.
You can say that to anybody, anywhere, on any platform whatsoever.
Say what?
Here.
You can make that case, an argument, and have a point for any content creator.
I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. Okay. On that note, I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, a very simple one. Have you sat through a 20-hour stream of mine? Just one of them.
No.
See, this is the problem. So, my biggest, my issue before we even get to any of the other issues is the people you're getting your information from, right? The people that you're friends with on Twitch. They are projecting their own experiences to you, and you're taking them as fact. These people are the ones that play with fake money. These are the ones who have catered to 12-year-olds specifically for 5+ years. These are the ones that they're doing everything that you're telling us that we're doing, but we're not. So that's my issue. If you sat through one of my streams, one of them, you would understand the content itself, what I do, who I cater to. It is a whole different demographic, whole different style. The gambling comes first, the sponsorship second. I gamble for the last 5 years, anywhere I go, everywhere I go, off stream, on stream. Do you understand? It's a whole different game. The people you're getting your information from, those streamers, they're gambling for the bag and only the bag. And that film money trash, I agree, that is immoral. Because at that point, it's not gambling anymore.
Yeah.
If you're taking a sponsorship, right, to get, let's say, $60K a month, okay, and you want to secure that $60K, which means you're playing with film money, you're no longer gambling. And if you're no longer gambling...
That's what Aiden Ross is doing, by the way.
You're misrepresenting gambling as a concept. Even though it's already bad, you're making it worse just for bag, which is legitimately pretty evil.
Well, I think. Yeah, go ahead. I think there is a debate to be had. Is casino gambling an appropriate viewing sport? Is it an ethical, viewable sport? You know what I mean?
What?
Is casino gambling, playing slot machines, which is, I think, what you do most of the time, right, Trainwreck?
I do, yes.
So is playing slot machines an ethical view of sport or activity to stream online, period?
I think it is.
No.
I think it is. I think it is for many reasons, but I'll give you one. Okay? I truly believe, and I've said this publicly as well. If we can somehow get an 18+ guarantee, like a Twitch watch party, I'm for that. I'm in support of that. I've been trying to push people who are under 18 out of my channel since the beginning of fucking time, okay? I clown these little 12-year-old fucks, okay? Fuck them kids, you understand? I don't want little 12-year-olds watching me. I don't want 16-year-olds watching me, even before gambling. Do you understand? It's not me, it's not my style. I find it fucking weird to, if you see me at conventions, H3, you'll probably catch one 15-year-old walking up to me for a picture. You understand? It's not me or my...
Nobody walks you for pictures, though.
Okay, suck my dick.
If Twitch was able to implement some guaranteed 18+ or 21+, then that would be a lot better. But currently they're not doing that. And then the other issue itself, though, is beyond that is that it's the websites themselves. We don't know how legit these websites are.
We'll get there right now, but I want to address the other thing. My problem is we're mixing people who are taking the sponsorship for the bag and promoting gambling while they themselves are not gambling or love gambling.
How much money do you get paid every month from them?
I get paid, I'd say, well, right now I'm down.
How much do they pay you as a flat fee every month for fulfilling your contractual obligations to them?
I'll probably get in trouble for releasing it, but I'll tell you $1 million a month. And I'm down 2.8 million this month. So now you can see how degenerate it is. It's bad. And I don't push my
because it's gambling. Gambling is bad, and you lose money. As a concept, that represents gambling. What he's trying to say, I think, is that what they're doing or not?
So real quick, earlier in the argument, okay? Earlier in the
I'm sorry to cut you off. I want to make one more clarification just to set the groundwork here.
Well,
You also get a commission from the people that use your bonus code, right?
I get amount wagered, but I don't push the code at all. And
it's on your screen the whole time, right?
It is on my screen, but I tell people not to gamble at all. Every hour, I tell them to gamble. Every win, I tell them not to gamble.
Yeah,
I tell them
come on.
lose.
That's
what do you mean, come
performative.
on?
That's performative. You know, there's a reason they're paying you $1 million a month. You could say, "Hey, don't gamble," but you're gambling. They're paying you $1 million a month flat to gamble. You're getting a commission from all the people using your code. It's not. You can't just dance around it like, "Hey guys, wink, wink, don't gamble." That's just. I understand that you're not trying specifically to drive people to the code, but the effect of you doing that is that people are going to do that.
Wait. Let me respond. You are virtue signaling and high roading at that point. Listen, I'm not selling a false reality like Phil streamers. I'm not pushing my. No, let me tell you.
It's better that you're doing that. I agree.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I am not pushing my code in hopes to make money from my code. I am not telling them.
Then why be sponsored at all?
Wait. I am not selling a false reality that they can be like me and win hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. Therefore, they should use my code. All of this stuff is immoral and wrong. Do you understand?
That's good.
I am gambling on a site because I gamble anyways, and they're paying me to gamble on their site because they want me to be on their site. The people who gamble already are the ones that will be converted. Do you understand?
Can I ask you?
So gambling on a site is to convert people who are already gambling without me. Anyone who does not gamble, I push as much as I can not to get anybody to touch this shit. And I tell them the truth. And if you watch, H3, wait. If you watch my streams, if anything, my stream is most authentic in the gambling world. Why? Because it doesn't sell false realities. My last 8 days, I've lost 8 hours straight. I lost. Do you understand? When you watch a clip of me winning $1 million, I have an issue with that because you're judging off one 30-second clip, but have you watched the 9 hours leading up to it? Do you know that when I won that $1 million, I put $3.5 million in to get that $1 million? No, you don't. And let me tell you what. If you did know it, you would still exclude it because it doesn't fit your narrative to sell the show that you need to be successful. And that's my fucking issue. Do you understand?
I don't think the fact that you're losing money. First of all, it's better. It's better. I agree. Like if I compare what you do to Aiden Ross, what you do is more honest and it's better. But I think that you're deluding yourself by making yourself. I think you're telling you're rationalizing that because by you being more upfront and more honest that it's okay that in that regard. I don't see it that way. It is better. It's more honest. But let me ask you this. If you just care about gambling. If you just care about gambling, why take their money?
Wait, I have a point. You know what? You have a living example in the code right now.
What do you mean?
No.
Why get paid? You're saying you're in it for the love of the game. Why take?
We have a great example here. I'm a living example of exactly what you're saying. My first 1 day, 2 day, unsponsored, raw balance, just pure degenerate, right? And the first sponsor was no difference at all. All I have to do is just hashtag add it. No difference in behavior, amounts, no deliverables, absolutely fucking nothing, right? Literally nothing for a payment later on, right? Now, if you compared that to the stream the day before that was just pure gambling, right? Where did you draw the line? Where did you draw it? Because I did not have a code on screen or a code at the bottom or fucking or a banner at the top or some shit.
It's better. It's better if you're not being paid to do it. It's much better.
No.
Oh man,
the second they was paid, but nothing changed. Nothing changed.
You don't realize what you just admitted there. What you just admitted there is pettiness. And you listen. I'm
no. It's a very clear distinction.
No, it's not. It's not. Think about this, okay? So if you're gonna virtue signal or high road
virtue signaling,
then if you're gonna care about the kids, right? So let's say I go live on stake and I'm not getting paid, and every day I'm spending slots with 50K people. You're telling me your argument would change because I don't have a banner or because I'm not sponsored? if that would change your argument, then it's not for the kids you're doing this for. It's for the fucking show.
It's still wrong. I didn't say it's okay. I said it's better. Because you're saying I'm in it for the love of the game. I don't care. I play with my own money, which is great, which is nice and all, but you're still getting paid $1 million a month. And how much are you making on your code, by the way?
Dirt cheap compared to what I get paid. Dirt cheap. In 3 months, I've made $250K. In 3 months.
Okay.
That's nothing.
Well, it makes it a lot easier to make gambling look like a sustainable activity when you're getting $1 million a month from the platform to do it. If you weren't being paid by the platform to gamble there, first of all, you wouldn't be sitting there playing nonstop. Yeah. By the way, $250,000 is a lot of money. By the way,
even shove a dildo up my ass. Listen,
I don't know anything about dildos up the ass, but $250,000 is a lot of money.
How can you tell me that I'm making it look sustainable when you just admitted you haven't watched a single stream? How can you tell me that?
Well, you tell me. How can you play every day and lose millions and millions and millions? Are you worth $100 million? How much are you worth? Where's all this fucking money come from?
I have a lot of investments in crypto. What the fuck?
Okay.
What is it so now you want to get into why I have money? Who the fuck are you, the IRS? Like, what the fuck?
I'm just most people can't sustain losing millions of dollars a month. That doesn't seem like a sustainable hobby to me.
Now you want to shame me because I can? I'm confused. What is your argument here? Is it for the kids? Is it because I'm spending too much? You don't like it? What's the deal? Have you watched the stream? It's not sustainable whatsoever. It's gambling. Gambling is degenerate. You understand?
I suggest you get some help.
This argument is dumb. If somebody wants to lose all their money, I mean, they can if they have the funds for it. I don't know.
You don't gamble to make money. And if you watched one of my streams, H3, you would realize you would.
You gamble to make money.
Yeah, because I'm fucking addicted and I'm a fucking idiot. But it's not sustainable. I've lost the last 8 days.
I would recommend. I hear you. I hear everything you're saying.
Oh my God, I'm so triggered.
Okay, let's take a moment and just take a breath.
No, because listen, I'm triggered for this reason. You literally just
You're deluded, bro. You know everything you're doing is wrong, and you don't want to give it up because you're addicted to it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be the referee. I'm gonna be the referee. Train is triggered. Okay, because you're talking about something serious. He throws real facts and concrete evidence at you, and you throw curveballs and nonchalance at him, and it upsets him.
He says, well, how am I making it look like a sustainable hobby? And I says, how are you managing to lose $3 million a month? It does. I don't know many people with that kind of money to throw away.
Here's what you just said. You just said, I gamble on stream and get paid for it to make it look like a sustainable hobby.
No.
That's what you just said. And what I responded with was, earlier you admitted you have not watched one of my streams. If you had watched one of my streams,
dude, I understand you don't beautify it. We've both agreed on this.
You would understand that in no way, shape, or form do my streams in any capacity.
I already agreed with that, dude.
Gambling, let me finish. Represent gambling to be sustainable or even break even.
Then stop taking money. Then we can see how unsustainable it really is.
Oh my God! Listen. In the beginning before I met you or talked to you, I had this inkling feeling you're doing this for a show. Now that I'm sitting here talking to you and telling you this stuff, and your responses are these, I know for a fact it's a show. Like, this is insane to me.
Bro, my honest human-to-human advice is that I really think that you need help with your gambling addiction.
Okay.
Like, it just sounds like in a really real way that you are in a really bad spot. It's hurting you, and it sounds like you do have a lot of money invested from crypto, which is amazing. And I don't think anyone wants you to lose your ass doing this, because gambling, you're gonna lose everything, and the people watching are gonna lose everything too if they're getting involved.
What is this, Dr. Phil? Well, guys, come on, then.
Well, I don't know where else to go with this. I mean, dude, I don't know what to say. I mean.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, listen, I'll tell you what.
Because that's what I'm hearing through it, is that you're basically saying, I have a very severe addiction to gambling. That's what I'm hearing, and I feel bad for you. I really want you to, because that's the way you're rationalizing it to me.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm not rationalizing. I'm telling you what the facts are. Do you understand? That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, I feel okay. The points were made. I think they were very simple. There's no sugarcoating of what gambling is, right?
Yes.
And at one point, there's a very clear show. Okay, that there isn't money being made, at least through the absolute raw gambling of it, right? And if he wants to throw his money away, I mean, we can speak about, fucking, oh yeah, you shouldn't do that or whatever. I get that. You shouldn't. But if he wants to, I mean, you can't. I mean, I think you're allowed to.
Of course.
Exactly.
But it boils down to him saying this. What I'm doing, I'm being very honest. We agree. I acknowledge that when you stream, I've seen clips, you are very upfront about the reality of gambling. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes. But you're saying that because I'm upfront and honest about the realities of gambling, that I'm not glorifying, I'm not beautifying it, but that makes it okay. And while I will,
no, I have not said that. I have not said that.
Well, if it's not okay, then why do you do it?
Wait, no, this is a very important line to cross. No,
I know vaping is not okay, but I still do it. I know drinking is not okay, but I do it.
But it's the influence. It's the influence it has on society and the people watching you.
And I do. Listen, I talk about it very often. Very often. Do you understand? I tell them gambling is not sustainable. It is not okay. Do not put a single dollar in. You will fucking lose. And I say it over and over. I show it with action. It's not like I'm sitting there winning and saying don't gamble. In that way, it would be performative. You're right. But I am losing and losing and losing, but I'm having a good time.
I don't think the outcome should justify the route in this scenario. I think it's irrelevant to even talk about it.
Okay, but you're saying I'm not saying you're saying it's okay. You acknowledge that what you're doing is not okay, right? But at the same time, you're saying because you're up front, you're justifying yourself doing these streams. I'm saying that it doesn't justify the streams. And so that's where we're disagreeing. Just because you're upfront about how bad it is, it doesn't justify you doing it. The fact that you're self-aware about it does not absolve you of what you're doing.
We're not. First of all, I'm not looking to be absolved. That's number one.
There's an issue of should you be doing it or should you not be doing it. I think you should not be doing it. The fact that you're self-aware about it does not change my opinion about if you should be doing it or not.
Yeah, listen, and you have every right to have the opinion to think I shouldn't be doing it. Where we disagree is you spitting bullshit to try and somehow solidify why I shouldn't be doing it. Do you understand? So you're trying to change why I shouldn't be doing it from your opinion to some sort of fact because it's rigged, it's a scam, there's weird shit going on. That's the problem. Do you understand? But if you think I shouldn't be doing it, that's completely fine. I know gambling's fucking bad. I say it every day. It is a terrible fucking thing. You will never fucking win. You'll be lucky to break even. That's the real gamble. Breaking even is winning some fucking how. And you will always fucking lose. Mm-hmm. Long run, you will always lose. Even if you get lucky and get a hit in the beginning, you're still bound to come back and lose all of it and more back. That's the reality of gambling. It's bad. I enjoy it. I gamble. I don't convince myself since I'm transparent, it's okay. No, it's not okay, but I enjoy gambling. The difference is you think the streamers you talk to, they're gambling not because they love it. They're gambling because they're getting paid for it. Do you understand? And that is a larger problem because none of it is transparent and there is
I agree that's a bigger problem.
Do you understand that? That's a huge problem.
I agree. I agree with you on that point.
You as a streamer, you losing or winning, doesn't justify shit. Okay, it just doesn't. It's about the way you do it and what you portray while doing it. Okay, when I did my first gambling stream, I said, guys, I just bought 30K worth of crypto from Train. That money is lost. We already lost it. I didn't buy a fucking car or a lamp or a fucking bed. I bought a fucking piece of content. I legitimately, 30K, it's already lost. Well, let's have a good time with it, right? That's how I portrayed it because that's exactly how it was. The problem is it these other dudes that kind of like massive they're not being upfront about what's happening. If Train wants to say, guys, I'm buying 500K, right? And we're gambling it, and these are my wins or whatever. That's fine. But some of these other dudes, they'll get a big win. They don't keep all of it. The money was fake in the first place.
Yeah. So,
it's just a dishonest portrayal of gambling. It's fucking stupid. So the way they're losing it is terrible. So there's degrees of it. I think I agree with you, Ethan. I'm actually against it on this. I feel like we shouldn't do it. And I get that. And that's an opinion. We're both right. We're both wrong.
I agree with
See,
everything.
He says that you can. But there's degrees. So people are doing
Yes,
way
I agree.
worse.
There's the degrees. And Trainwreck, I'll say this. If you disclose how much you're getting paid, if you can verify that the websites you are playing on are regulated by like legitimate gambling commissions.
Yeah, let's talk about the casino now.
If you hold on. If you can verify that it's all legit, over the table, and governed by legit gambling commissions, if you disclose how much you're being paid by them, and then I would say that's as close to clean about it and upfront about it as you can be. And it sounds like you are pretty upfront, and I agree that there are obviously layers to it. Like, take what Aiden Ross is doing. That's the worst case because he's not using his own money. His fans are especially kids, and he doesn't care about gambling, and he doesn't win or lose. It's just not even his money, so he doesn't give a fuck. So he really selling a fantasy world.
I think Phil Money sells false realities. I've talked to Aiden about this. Like,
just for the viewer, what the fuck is a Phil Money?
Phil Money is a false reality. Phil Money is where it's the same thing other streamers have taken, mutuals of ours, H3, right? Phil Money is where a casino pays you $60K a month, let's say $60K a month or $80K a month, whatever the fuck it is. They pay you, and then what they do is they want you to keep that money protected. So what they do is every stream, they give you deposits of $5,000, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000 continuously. And if you win, you keep 20%. And if you lose nothing, right? So it's a win-win situation, and you're selling a false reality because everyone that's watching you, they're taking full risk while you yourself are not. So at that point, you're literally taking advantage and you're selling a false reality, and that is fucking dangerous, right? So
yeah, I agree.
I'm very vocal about that, and I'm very against that, right? And that's why the same heat I get from the side of you guys, I'm getting it from the gambling community. Those motherfuckers hate me too, because I've come into the scene and I'm using raw balance, and I'm fucking talking about the transparency effect of the gambling world, and they fucking hate me. So I'm fighting a two-front war. I got you motherfuckers over here, and I got the gambling streamers over here. I'm in the middle. Goddamn cock meat sandwich. You understand? So.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not against you. I didn't come here to fucking pincer you and clap you. All I said is that I've come to terms with agreeance or opinion-wise, right? I understand why it's bad and why it shouldn't be bad. And I feel like
Can
you're
you invite,
absolutely entitled.
Hassan? Do you guys mind if Hassan joins?
And you're absolutely entitled to you saying that it is okay and doing it up until it could be regulated or something, whatever. But I feel we need to remain.
I'll add him.
We have to remain rooted in reality, where we know there's degrees, right? That are like exponential, right? Where some of them at the very bottom of the ladder, and it ramps up to fucking scumlord, dog shit, trash, real fast, real quick, and it's some of these guys that make everybody look bad. And when you lump us in with the fuckers, it's bad for everybody. That's the main problem. Is when you guys use broad terms.
The effect is all the same, though.
It's not. You lump us with the fuckers that sell an idea.
Hassan, are you watching this?
No. Listen. You're lumping the scum lords with the scam lords. You're doing it again, Ethan.
Ultimately, like, all fucking roads lead to the ocean, right? Like, come on, dude. I mean, like, you're doing it one way, he's doing another way. Yours is a little better, but ultimately, all fucking rivers lead to the ocean, dude.
What's next, Ethan? I opened 10 loot boxes. I'm going to jail. What the fuck?
No.
If you're
literally just doing straw man.
Then you have to talk about everything. Counter-Strike.
It's all bad. Guess what? Surprise, it's all bad. It's all bad. Just because there's other bad things in the world doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't bad.
Slippery slope is a very good argument here.
I can't hear anyone now. I can't hear xQc or Hassan. Hold on.
I hear him.
Oh, you do? I don't hear him. Hassan, if you're talking to us, I can't hear you.
Don't use terms that are more than 5 syllables, so nobody's going to follow you.
Too. I don't know why he can't.
Well, it's what about
Yeah, but if you
You're
use
saying what
words
about
that
this?
more than 5
You're saying
syllabuses,
what about
we're not gonna
CS:GO?
follow.
What about apps? It's like let's fucking just stick to what you're doing,
Bastardizing!
bro.
What is that?
Hassan is talking with him too, so I feel like there's some cross debating going on.
Why is there not? Wait, I can't hear everyone. What's going on? I can't hear anybody.
Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear Trainwreck.
Okay, so real quick
xQc,
as
can
well.
I hear you?
While we figure this out,
I can't.
Listen,
Okay, so
no,
Hassan's. Sorry. Hold on one sec. Okay, so
I feel like we've. Yeah, I'll talk while you fix this. I feel like we've shifted ever since I joined the call from promoting to kids to gambling just being bad in general, right? Like, and I think
the
now I'm
deadliest vice.
confused. Yeah, but the primary argument used to kind of like muddy the waters is that we're sitting here, and you've included me in this, which I find odd because I'm probably one of the few streamers that caters to a much older audience. Are there kids watching? Sure, but I'm not catering to them. I'm trying to get them out as much as I can, and if Twitch gives me more tools, I'll get them out altogether, right? So we need to figure out what you're talking about here. Are you talking about people who are catering to children and promoting to children, knowing they're promoting to children? Or are we talking about gambling is just bad in general, and even if you're streaming to an older audience, it should be gone, right? Like, I need to figure out where this is going, because I feel like the argument has evolved since I got here.
Yes, that's what happens generally with conversations. Look, there's different layers that we've debated it all. I mean, I don't need to
but it's
relitigate.
only evolved because I've gotten here.
I don't need to
right?
go back and relitigate every single point. Let me just try to get Hassan's mic working. Hold on one sec.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, you can
I hear
hear
you.
him? Why can't we hear him?
No, Hassan. His producers are multi-billionaire market leaders. Their audio is not scuffed. It's yours, you fucker. Fix your shit, you pussy. It's yours.
He does
No,
have a
it's
point,
yours.
Dan.
It's yours, the fucked.
Wait. No, he does have a point, Dan. If we can't hear
Yeah, I don't know.
Hassan's,
Let's
he might
look
be
out.
right that it is on our side.
Yeah, maybe.
What the fuck? Why can't we hear Hassan?
Hassan,
It's because of the camera.
yeah,
Hassan,
turn off your camera.
Turn off
Turn
your
off your
camera, sorry.
and enable on your
We
OBS.
have
Their
a
system
weird
is
bug.
allergic.
Okay.
And then leave the call and come back in. Leave the call and come back in.
xQc is a pro at troubleshooting our Zoom. Thank you.
It's Discord.
No, you did it again.
Discord, yeah.
Leave the call, but join with the phone, not with the camera. Talk?
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, Dan, you're fired.
All right.
What the fuck?
take it.
xQc actually doing a decent job with the production here.
I know.
xQc is a smart guy. People just don't,
I never said he's dumb. He's very smart. I like xQc.
Oh, thanks, man. I like Ethan sometimes.
Thank you. Sometimes I'll start with that. That's a good way.
I slipped it in there. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, let's just forget about it.
Okay, Hassan, what do you want to say?
Okay, first and foremost, I think that gambling streams, especially when it comes to slot streams, are really bad. I've been saying this since day one. This is my day one argument. I think it's terrible. And if you want to understand why it's terrible, look no further than Trainwreck's own personal experience. Train, do you
Facts.
want other people to be subjected to the same experience that you yourself have subjected yourself to?
He says
because
it's
the
fun.
reason why you get paid $1 million a month from Stake is not because they're fucking idiots, but because obviously there is a return on their investment there where a bunch of people are getting caught up in a similar problem.
Hassan,
That's the issue at hand.
If you use that as a content pivot or a content guide for you, no content will ever make sense. If you say, "Oh,
Why?
Because I feel like it's just an odd argument."
It is. And
Why is it-
also,
No, I
all
think
that
it's
is-
an odd
it's
argument.
not. He's specifically.
I don't think it's an odd argument at all. There's a reason why.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. There's so much regulation
I'll tell you
around
the reason.
gambling
Hassan,
and
hold on,
also
let me
even
respond
alcohol
first.
and other vices,
Hassan,
right?
He's
First, let me
answering a
respond.
question that was posed to him.
Yeah.
Let
First, let me
Hassan-
respond. No, because Hassan asked me a question.
Okay, go
Hassan
ahead.
asked me a question first, did he not? Yes, he did. So let me answer the question from that
Don't do
Hassan
that,
asked
Ethan.
me,
Come back.
and then he can respond to his. So let me answer your question. The way I go about it, from when I talk to him, okay, I stay transparent as possible, and I show the reality of gambling on my stream. You understand? By not taking any of this bullshit, shady deals, no fake money, I show new people who might have not seen gambling before the real
bullshit of gambling. You will lose, and you will be very, very, very lucky to even break even. It is a terrible thing. I have a good time. Just wait. The people that are being paid, or me getting paid to gamble on their site, the people targeted aren't new people. It's people who are using the other sites that are gambling regardless. Do you understand? Those people are looking to be transferred onto that are gamblers like me. Any new people, that's why constantly I talk and constantly I stay transparent about how shitty gambling is. My gambling pay or me gambling.
You can't possibly be making an argument that like what you're doing is a positive, right? Like
no, I'm not doing it. I'm not saying
like educating people on the terrible side of gambling, right? That's not what you're saying.
No, 100%. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
This is unquantifiable, and I think it's rerouting the damage elsewhere. But when I think it's like a blanket thing. I think it's across the board.
Now let me just explain another thing as far as like the slippery slope argument goes, right? There are certain things that are completely regulated and even restricted to advertise on Twitch, on every other platform. For example, a lot of these gamble streams would not fly, especially ones where like they're staking you. They would not fly on YouTube at all. They would just not. That would not happen. The only reason why we're able to do that here is because the only reason why we're able to do that on Twitch is because Twitch does not regulate it.
I don't care. Is YouTube the law? What?
No,
when has YouTube became the model of our existence?
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm gonna go out there on the street and do dumb shit. But do they do it on YouTube? Let me Google this. Can I do dumb shit like this in real life? Oh no, YouTube doesn't do it. I can't do it.
Where was this argument for the sexual content, right?
What is
the
that?
cutie Cinderella not bring up that YouTube will...
Can I finish my point? Hold on.
Sure.
Just hold on.
Okay.
The reason why said regulations exist is because of the incalculable harm that it does when you're promoting a dangerous vice like gambling, sometimes to even younger audiences. It's not even a think of the kids argument at that point. It's just that it is still a bad and wrong thing to do.
YouTube does have casino streamers.
It's not. It's YouTube. YouTube still demonetizes and punishes
Restricts
casino
links.
streamers and gambler streamers, though.
It hurts them. It's not like they're getting paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions behind the doors. But no, they don't get the code in the description. Oh no!
No,
what are we gonna do?
They don't
Fuck
have to.
off.
They
Fuck off.
no.
Why do you think
that's restricted? That's it.
No.
Why do you think there are restrictions around gamble streams and slot streams and just gambling in general? Like, why do you think you have to leave a certain? Why do you think you have to leave a certain state in order to be able to gamble freely on an offshore gambling website? Why don't you go to a regular sweepstakes website, for example?
Because American laws are the way they are, and
Do you understand why there are laws around this specific issue?
Same way that there's laws with drinking, smoking.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
It's a vice. It
But we're gonna bring up, but
it causes damage to people.
Would you do an affiliate? Would you do an affiliate code? Would you do an affiliate code for smoking cigarettes on stream if you were paid enough money?
I don't know. You were the one sitting here the other day with Miskif was Friday Fireballs, and you didn't seem to thought that bringing down.
I'm asking you a question. Yeah, there's a difference between alcohol and cigarettes. Would you?
There is a difference.
And there's still regulation. There's still regulation surrounding.
Backpedal Andy up in this bitch. Come on.
Backpedal. I'm asking you a direct question, and instead of answering it, you're deflecting.
Let
Would
Hassan
you
talk,
smoke
at
a
least.
cigarette on stream or multiple bogues on stream, and then tell your fans like xQc, codename Juicer, if you use the affiliate code, you can get a fucking Marlboro Red.
We don't do that for
But it's
gambling, though.
there,
We
bro.
don't do that.
It is
We talk
there.
about. No,
That's why you're being
as
paid
far
$1 million.
It is
and as
not
far as the
a
drinking alcohol goes, as far as the unethical nature of
yikes.
like alcoholic content or whatever, I don't know how Miskif's audience demographic, but I've worked with.
You don't get to do that.
I have worked with, and also on top of
Whoa, let him
Just
finish his
wait.
point.
You don't.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
You won't.
Wait, hold on.
You won't.
Respond when he's done. Respond when he's done.
You're not gonna put out the age.
Specifically-
Go ahead.
Okay, stop molding. Stop molding. Just listen.
Respond when Hassan's done.
I can't speak
Thank you.
specifically for Miskif's situation, okay? But there's 2 points I'm going to make. Number one, in most circumstances, when you are promoting alcohol, the alcohol provider that is buying gambling on your inventory will request your demographics to ensure that a certain percentage of it is above the age of 21 or 18 if applicable to the international audience. Now, I don't know if that's the case. But regardless, if Miskiff was literally mainlining Fireball and getting fucking absolutely wasted and then drunk driving, he would literally, if he was doing that on stream,
wait a minute.
he would get banned. He would get absolutely fucking banned. Fedmeister unironically got banned for being sloppy as shit and completely fucking straight up drunk. He got banned.
It's a self-harm rule, Hassan, not a fucking ethics, morals, or law rule. You can't get blacked out dying.
Wait,
that's self-harm.
What's the ethics behind the self-harm rule then? No, you're right. What's the ethics and the morality behind self-harm? Why can't you show self-harm on Twitch then? Except for slots, apparently. But why can't you show self-harm on Twitch?
Oh, yikes.
What? No, you don't get to do that.
Okay, come on, answer my question. This is a simple question.
I'm not.
Why can't you show self-harm? Why can't you show self-harm on Twitch?
The reasons don't matter.
No, it does matter. It absolutely does matter.
I do not understand that their full implications.
Those reasons are literally the reason why we are having this conversation to begin with around morality and ethics.
Why
self-harm is not allowed on the content because it promotes a horrifyingly destructive set of behaviors that if an impressionable audience were to follow, they would fucking engage in self-harm. Now, that's precisely why getting fucked up. That's precisely why getting fucked up on alcohol to a degree where you're like, you literally can't comprehend or can't work around and walk around will get you banned because, again, to your impressionable audience, regardless of age, that is really destructive behavior. Now go on.
You would get banned if you did the same thing with water. If you were to conduct in a way that would self-harm you or kill you with water, you'd get banned just as much as if it was with alcohol. The end game possible worst outcome is irrelevant.
What?
It's irrelevant.
Water is not an addictive substance. It's one that you need for survival, whereas alcohol is a vice, which is a more applicable argument in this situation.
You jumped.
Do you unironically think that the self-harm?
Nope. You jumped from drinking alcohol to dying on stream. You made that jump.
Dying on stream? I didn't say dying on stream is bannable. I said drinking alcohol to a degree where you are so sloppy drunk. Wait, I can't hear you.
I really feel like
you made that jump. You did it.
It's so crazy. Like as soon as xQc and I joined the call, we have went from streamers promoting a scam to kids to some like 17 other evolved fucking arguments that I've never heard you guys like. It's the craziest. It's like anything to get your narrative across. It's the weirdest shit I've heard in my life.
No, my narrative is consistent since day one. I don't even know if slots or stake is. Or the slot machines that they utilize, the IP that they use, which is a third-party IP, I don't even know if they're scammable or not. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if they're scammable or not. I don't know. I don't even know why we're talking about this. I never made that assertion, but I do totally understand why Ethan, given all of his previous experience with like CS:GO lottos and all this other shit, would experience reasonably come to that assertion.
It is not. Listen,
he did what I said earlier. He's doing it. He's lumping it. He's ringing that
you
bell.
You cannot lump that. You understand?
I am not even saying that. I never made that assertion. But I do think it's a reasonable one to speculate on, given the previous examples of it.
But when Ethan says, very subtly and kind of in a general way doesn't specify what he means and what he's talking about when he says, let me finish. In my past, when you say in my past, I have dealt with these gambling institutions and they can rig their stuff, right? You need to specify you were in this CS:GO world. No shit, they can rig their shit. They made their own slots. They made their own fucking spins.
Gambling site. It wasn't CS:GO.
They made their own shit. There's providers here that are...
Yeah, they don't get that here, though. They don't get that. I explained it already. They didn't get it.
It boils down to, we all agree it's wrong, right? We all agree it's fucked up, right?
I don't think Train does.
No, Train said it's wrong. He says it's fucked up.
Gambling is bad. Gambling is bad.
Okay,
yes.
so then where we diverge is that you say, I know it's bad, but I'm going to do it because I'm having fun. That's it. We disagree.
Like many other vices us human beings have.
No,
right?
But you're influencing people. That's the difference.
I'm not
and you're being paid a shitload of money.
Which I use to gamble, and I lose all of it.
The fact that you're losing money doesn't make it okay. It just means you're a bad gambler. All gamblers are bad at the end of the day.
See, what you just said being a bad gambler, if anything, now you have
You're
sold.
being paid.
You have
to
done
do
more
it.
damage there than I have on my stream. Saying that me losing money is
impossible.
you saying that
I
telling me
said
that
all
me
gamblers are bad.
Okay,
All
there's a
gamblers
point
are-
on that as well.
You
that I
saying that
want
I'm a bad
you are
gambler
being paid.
implies there's a good gambler.
No, I just said all gamblers are bad immediately afterwards, so there's no need to latch onto it. We all agree it's bad. You're being paid $1 million a month plus to do it, and so you turn your head to doing a bad thing.
Okay.
I don't turn my head to doing a bad thing.
There's
I
an
do it because I do it regardless.
point to make here.
I don't need to get paid to do it.
What can I
Trainwreck's
say?
talking
You-
about
you're willingly
Trainwreck.
doing
You
something
talking
you
about
acknowledge
how
is
you're a
bad.
deterrent. You talking about how you're a deterrent, Trainwreck, is not a good argument either.
Trainwreck.
Especially Trainwreck.
I'm not
Tyler.
providing an
You
argument,
talking about
Hassan,
that?
to
Okay,
why
you talking
to
about that doesn't
rationalize
mean
it.
anything because here, you and I both know this because I'm a fucking addict myself. Okay, and
What?
even on like Grand Theft Auto roleplay when I was playing No Pixel, it was with fake fucking money. You and I both know that you see those wins and you're like, oh, I could get that too, because the wins outweigh and completely overshadow the losses. The wins are a significantly more important motivator for people to go out and gamble than the losses are as a deterrent. So you could be losing for 19 hours in a
Without
fucking
a-
row,
without
and someone could be
context,
watching you for
yes.
19 hours,
Without
but they see you get
context,
that
yes.
win and that dopamine. Dopamine is what guides them to do this.
Without context, sure, but with the way my streams are structured, I don't believe that's the case at all. I think the way I gamble and the awareness I give, I think it's doing the best it can for new gamblers. You understand? I'm gambling for me. I'm gambling for fucking fun. That's what I do. Do you understand? I'm not pushing toward this younger audience. I'm not catering to them. I'm not doing it for the bag of gambling. If I was, I would have taken a fake money deal. I'm sitting there. I'm doing my thing.
I think as
I'm
long
having
as you
fun.
disclose everything, then it's like
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm disclosing all of my
yeah,
shit.
and it's good you
I'm sitting there and
disclosed it.
doing my
I'm
thing.
actually,
You understand?
I'm really. I think it's really
it's
good
another
that you
opinion.
disclosed today how much you're making because I think it's important people know that who are watching you play.
Okay, no. I generally think that this is like the fucking Twitter bait mentality, where you say, "Oh, that'll make it okay." They do it. Nah. What about that? They do it. No, but this. Nah.
Wait, what?
You need to-
What is the argument? I'm confused by what you're saying.
It's just pulling more and more, and nobody's you're never happy. You're outraged. We get it. Gamba
What
equals
you-
bad.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
we
we
all
get it.
agree. What
If
can
it is
what do you
so
want?
bad, there's gonna be a next step after that.
We
Well,
all agree. Gamba is
Facts.
bad.
I feel like if he does that, right, and you wouldn't
What's
be happy
even
then.
worse? What's
You
even
would ask
worse
for
than
more than
Gamba is being paid by Gamba companies.
But here's the thing.
That's and then
gambling
not disclosing it, which you did now, which is good.
in a
but-
lot of countries, such as Canada, gambling is legal. These guys have a license in Canada, correct? Yes. There's an
and
older
places in the
demographic that
United
enjoys it. There's an older demographic that likes watching it, and there's an older demographic that enjoys it,
Show
correct?
me. Do you have demographic information?
So why? I posted on my Twitter, yes. So
you did?
why? Yeah.
what is it?
Okay.
So why is it the case that we've somehow shifted to gambling is bad overall and shouldn't be streamed for everyone, but we started out gambling shouldn't be streamed toward
No,
kids and
They're
promoted
all
to kids?
they're all
Train, I got you,
arguments.
I
They
got you,
don't
Train,
exclude
Train.
each other.
I'm confused.
So
They're
it starts
both
at the top,
valid,
Train, and
you
it's a
know.
breakdown. It starts at deceiving paid for Gamba is bad. Then it's paid Gamba is bad. Then it's Gamba promotion is bad. Then it's Gamba is bad. Like you just don't
Surprise,
get there.
it's all
We
bad,
understand
dude.
Gamba
problem
is
is-
bad.
That's all
There's
you're
degrees
correct to
of-
varying
No,
degrees.
it's not.
Yeah.
Here's my problem.
That's
my
all
problem
correct
is
to varying degrees. You
no,
are correct.
before
I don't know
me
why
and
you keep making that.
before me
No
and
shit.
XQC joined, this all started with scammers, the fuck rigged. That's what it started as. Now we're just sitting here virtue
Okay,
signaling
I
and talking
mentioned
about
this
ethics
already.
and
I don't know
morals.
why you guys are hyper focusing on this because
Because
one,
it's serious.
we didn't even it was a fucking it was a brief aside in an overarching conversation about promoting gambling to people and how that's bad to do. And the reason why I guess you're hyper focusing on it is because like it's speculative and it's the only part that is not tangible or
That is
tangible.
incorrect, and you know that.
XQC literally agrees with the rest of the fucking points that Ethan made, so I'm already confused on the
okay.
rest of this
Look,
Here's
conversation.
it's a
the problem that I
different.
have with you,
It's
Hassan,
just
and Ethan.
the difference is that you're saying I'm not saying you can't do it. Clearly, you are and you can. The difference is you've decided not to do it. You agree it's bad. You agree it has a negative effect on the people that watch you. We all agree that not disclosing is even worse, right? Not disclosing that you're one sponsored or not playing with your own money. That's even worse. But ultimately, is it ethical to be playing slot machines while being paid millions of dollars from the sponsor on Twitch? Is it ethical? No, no, I don't think so. But you I think you agree on all those points, but you continue to do it. So what can I say?
I think there's degrees of it. I feel like
I think
this is my true take. Okay,
black and white.
I've completely stopped it. But I think everybody's.
Why did you stop? Why did you stop?
I think my opinion.
Why did you stop gambling? XQC.
Okay, I seriously said this on stream. I love talking about this. Okay, so Gamba, I'm very easily addicted. Okay, when I play and I play a lot. Things feel weird. Maybe you guys don't get that. Okay, I'm like a dopamine, like a.
Well, that's what gambling.
I've had like a full 4 days after Gamba where things just didn't feel right. Where a normal win, a normal whatever, anything that was positive was kind of flat, now it was kind of kicking in a little bit, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, your hormones got imbalanced because you got too used to the fucking dopamine hit from winning like a shitload of crypto.
Yeah, you're describing being addicted, and having. Yeah, that's it. And
Okay. Which brings.
Do you want people in your audience to get into a similar situation?
Exactly.
That's the question.
Okay. There goes now. Let me finish my point.
The pros and cons is like, do I let my audience get sucked into this, or do I take $1 million plus a month? That's the choice you face.
Okay.
That is such a misrepresentation.
Yeah, exactly what's happening.
Because that
is not what's happening.
No. If the root behavior of your gambling is that you're going to make money and misrepresent it, that's your main goal, to make the bag, misrepresent and scam. Yeah, that's the.
You want to prove? If you want to prove me wrong, Trainwreck.
No wait.
Don't take the money. Don't take the money.
If your rude behavior
just say, I'm not gonna.
I'm doing it for content.
If your argument, excuse me, one sec. If your argument is all around me taking the money or not, then it tells me and it paints a picture to anyone intelligent what you're actually arguing here in your actual stance. Do you understand? Me taking $1 million and then using that $1 million to add to the funds I'm already gambling with shouldn't make any difference to any virtue signaling argument you're making. Any of it. It shouldn't make any difference. Because I'm transparent. I'm disclosing what I'm making and I'm using it plus my own money to gamble. If you need me to take the $1 million out and not use it to gamble, I'm still on the same site that you say is damaging. So why does your argument change?
Because I don't believe you.
That's what tells me this is some petty shit. It's a show.
Because I don't believe you. I don't think you would be gambling like you are if you weren't being paid $1 million plus.
I've been gambling for 5 fucking years. I've been gambling in every fucking form on Twitch.
I think
for
the other part of this. Okay, I know you're a degenerate. I know you're Tyler. I know you're a degenerate. The problem is like you don't want to fucking promote that behavior to your fans, right? Like who aren't getting paid $1 million on top of that. So, because the reason why you're
paid or not getting paid, I'm gambling on stream regardless.
The reason why you have the financial security right now to be able to have a fucking $2.3 million loss and recover from that, partially is the consequence that
I said that before, and he found that highly offensive because apparently he's a crypto billionaire.
I have not recovered from it. I have not recovered from it.
You haven't. But the
reason I can survive is it's streamer money.
Is because one, you're addicted, and two, you still have one, you're addicted, and two, you have like either cryptocurrency from before or whatever. Trillionaire. But most people are not in your shoes, so they are getting into that situation when they see you get those big wins.
I let them know, do not do this. Listen. Here's what I say specifically: even if I lose, I have a way out. Do you understand? I can pick up 6 different sponsors. I can come back. I make this clear every fucking 30 goddamn minutes that I have a way out. If you spend your shit, you're gone. There's no way out. There's nothing. You're fucked. Do you understand?
I know, but there's a reason why. There's a reason why Gamblers Anonymous and other websites urge you to never, ever get like around gambling. It's like saying, look, I'm an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm just going to. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm just going to fucking go to the bar.
That argument isn't fair because if
people are saying I can drink responsibly.
Hassan, if you're going to give me that argument, then I need you guys to put together a podcast and be this fucking hyper-focused on gambling as you or this hyper-focused on drinking and other addictive things as you are on gambling. Where the fuck is this shit everywhere else?
Going to a bar, okay, that could fucking somehow
telling me-
deliver. If you were doing sponsorships for a fucking bar that like delivers alcohol to you, okay, no matter what your age is, because there are ways around the age restrictions. As
Yes,
we-
there are. Yes,
all talked
exactly.
about.
That's a stretch and a half, if I heard
But
one.
that's not
No,
a stretch and a
plus
half because
there
that's the whole problem.
Yeah,
Dude,
there
I'm
is a way around
addressed-
age
dude,
restrictions
There's a
for
reason
drinking
why.
and smoking.
There's a reason why these
Drinking
websites
and
shut
smoking,
down
right?
and then reopen under different names. There's a reason why they're based out of Curacao or whatever the fuck, rather than Canada. And there are real like legal sweepstakes websites out there,
Right,
But
so why-
they are
so
fully
instead of doing-
regulated, and
so
some
instead of-
states have decided that they're illegal to participate in.
So
like
instead
Texas.
of jumbling them all up and painting every casino the same color, have you done research on Stake? Because before I picked up anything, I've done research. Stake's been around for 4 years. Before that 4 years, there was another company, right, that they left that was been around for 10 years. And some of them left, made Stake. They've been around for 4 years. They will be around for another 10 years. There's so much, if you just do a little research, instead of just talking out your ass and basing this off of CSGO fucking Lotto, that you can go look at. Do you understand?
I'm not
There's
basing it
so
on CSGO
much.
Lotto. I don't know anything about CSGO Lotto. I wasn't around when that shit was popping off. Okay,
have a
I
question.
can't even make that comparison because I'm
Hassan, I have a
unfamiliar.
question. I'm genuinely curious. If nobody was paid for at all, and they decided to take their long-term streamer earnings, 3 mil, and gamble the fuck out of it over the span of 4 months, would you think about it or talk about it differently?
Yeah.
Then
Why?
And people have been doing that.
Why?
I still think it's bad. Oh, 100%.
Why would you talk about it
think it's-
differently?
So you would
Because,
talk about it differently.
because to me, that is the equivalent of fucking slots are the equivalent of
So
heroin.
then it's not
Then
about
you
the
would
kids.
argue it
So then
the
it's
same
not
way,
about the
right?
kids. So
And
why
then
are we
the
talking about the
equivalent of
kids?
Dude,
fucking
it's not
Yeah,
just about
all
the
of it
kids. You're
differently.
latching on.
And it's the equivalent of being an
all-
alcoholic
it's
on
everything.
stream.
Then you would argue it the same way,
What?
right?
Oh,
Nope.
man.
Guys,
I'm sorry. Can you
think
repeat the question
Then,
again?
then you would argue the same
This
way.
is about stream. Oh, man.
it's not
Or
about
not.
it's
Whether people are
all
paid for-
aspects of
If
varying
you- if-
badness.
Okay,
Holy
if you're going
shit.
to downplay the importance and not give a fuck about it when it fits your arguments, whether somebody paid or not, then don't bring it up.
I'm not
Holy
doing that.
shit.
Yeah,
I've never done that. I think it's still
you're
bad.
overplaying the importance
It's
of
not
it
as
when
bad.
it fits,
No.
and you're underplaying it when it doesn't. That's just stupid.
Oh my god, it's still bad. It's still bad. Okay, just like when I was talking about trains, gambler streams versus everyone else's, regardless. Okay, it's still bad. There's just
Okay.
varying degrees of bad. Just because
Yes.
it's less bad doesn't
Hassan.
mean it's not bad.
Yeah, Hassan, listen, I think what you're talking about is different from what Ethan was talking about. And let me explain how, okay? If you want to tell me that you think gambling streams are bad in general because gambling is bad and it's an addictive thing, I understand that. Do you understand? I get it. As an addict myself, I get it. But the way Ethan started this entire fucking thing off with our mutual friends, kind of going into the drama show bullshit, right? It started with rigged, scammed, things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't know but that streamers are in. Do you understand? Starting it with that, and now that we're in the conversation.
That's not what he started with. That's what
It is what
xQc
started
took
with.
out of the conversation because he agreed with like most of the other points that Ethan had made.
That is what it started with before xQc even got involved. Do you understand?
It's one
That is what's-
aspect of a lot. Is that
But you
these are
can't
shady
say it and
businesses.
jumble us all up into it without any doing
Bro,
research.
I literally
Thank
said you guys aren't
you.
doing the scamming. The difference between what you're doing and CSGO is that those guys own the fucking website. How many times do I have to say that?
Yeah, but even the casino now, have you done research into the casino now?
They did not know about
Other
providers.
casinos, I cannot
they
speak
didn't know
for,
about,
but the-
they did not know about providers until I told them about it.
You don't know about providers, you don't know about casino, you know about the hosting. Just do a little research.
I
and
know
then
that
we'll
there's
come
a
talk.
third party I know that there's a third party that licenses that same software out to multiple different companies. That's why I'm saying it's irrelevant to the point, the overarching point of this argument. Like just because something is rigged, it doesn't mean
it's relevant.
It's more.
to
It's
Ethan's
worse
point.
when it's rigged. It's definitely worse when it's rigged. But
It's not
regardless of
worse
whether
when
it's
it's
rigged or
rigged.
not,
It is illegal and
still bad
fucking
behavior that you're
illegal and
promoting.
I can tell you.
Rigged.
I can tell you for sure that these most of these shady websites are probably going to do everything in their power not to pay out winners.
What?
That's
What?
a sep. What?
Yeah, what is that? What are you saying?
What are you
talking about?
saying? I'm confused.
Shady casinos that accept crypto will fucking not pay people out on their winnings. They'll accuse them of cheating,
is there any
they'll
is there
say
any
that
Is this your
they.
editorial side or your factual
is
side?
there
I'm confused.
any evidence of that, or even any reliable testimony on a heavy hitter kind website or
I don't
Asian
know if you.
leaders,
I don't know if
any
you
of
guys
this?
are playing on heavy hitter websites.
Yeah, What? Yeah, what?
Oh my God.
That's the basis of our conversation. Is that we take the precautions and the research, not the scumlord scam bullshit.
I'm not saying
This is
you're
really-
scamming, but these websites
XQC,
are
I don't think
shady
you
as
wanna,
fuck.
I don't think you want to say that. I actually don't think you want to say that, especially considering the fact that you thought it was bad and you stopped doing that. I don't think you want to fucking say that, especially when you don't know, especially when it's crypto backed. I'm sorry to say this, but like, there's a reason why it's crypto based, and there's a reason why it's in some bumfuck fucking random island, and that's where it's based out of. And the reason is because they want to skirt regulations. Like, come on, you don't. I'm not saying that they're 100% going to do this, but there's an additional layer of being risk averse there.
They are licensed in Canada. Like, I'm confused.
I don't know which website you're playing
on. Not in a way that fucks the user up. The way that Ethan is portraying it, that he's applying in a blanket across all sites and promotions onto. He's doing a blanket, all of them. You understand that? What he's saying is that people are getting scammed across the board. Is there any evidence that?
No,
that,
I
don't know if you know this, but you know, there's a risk to even having a fuckload of money in your PayPal. Like there's even a risk to having a fuckload of money in your bank. There's a level that's not FDIC insured. This goes significantly beyond that. That's what I'm trying to say.
So I'm confused here. Are we still talking about?
I'll admit this. I need to look into what casinos these Twitch players are playing on. I was under the assumption that the websites people are playing on, especially like Aiden, and I don't know what website you play on, Trainwreck, but
I play on Stake.
Okay, so
Just so you can do research, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look into like where these are regulated, what software they use. It could be possible that you're playing on a totally legit one, and that's great. That's much better. But I have a feeling the one that Aiden Ross is playing on, I need to do research. But I've seen the way that they communicate and they pay him and shit. Is that this is a website that is not regulated. It's not above the board. And what's commonplace for these kinds of websites, and I know from experience, is that they can fudge numbers. And not only that, when they don't fudge the statistics, if somebody wins a big jackpot, they will make every excuse and make every possible effort not to pay them, which includes accusing them of cheating somehow or giving them onerous amounts of documents to have to submit to the point where they can say, we can't verify your ID. This is the tactics that are well known by unregulated gambling sites, which is they're basically committing a fraud to not pay people out, and then once the authorities get involved, they just scram with all the money. This has been something the scams has been going around the world with stuff like all kinds of gambling websites. Right. I don't want to say some.
Ethan, you are right.
But I don't know. But I'll just to finish. Trainwreck. It sounds like you're playing on a legitimate one. So I don't want to say that. So I need to do research. But it sounds like you're playing on a well-regulated Canadian casino. So I don't think that applies to you.
Okay.
Some of these
guys, providers, they own real life casinos. They're established. They're
especially when they take crypto, then that's extra shady. It's like they just fucking disappear.
They're real life
void.
casinos in fucking Curacao, though, dude. There's a reason for that.
Okay, we're talking about the user side of things and how it fucks the user and how they're getting scammed. Now we're talking about the regulation and the legality of the physical casino.
There's lots of outs.
I think it's immoral, and also in most cases it's illegal. Not every law is fucking bad.
You're jumping to some weird legality dog shit to disprove the morality.
I'm talking about the morality as well. I think I covered it extensively as far as promoting addictive behavior that is like genuinely fucking life ruining. And then also on top of that, I'm backing it up with additional layers of legality as well, while tying the legality back to the morality and the reasons for why that law exists in the first place, or some regulation exists in the first place, and then showing how Stake is different because it's able to skirt away from that regulation. And the reason why they are able to do that is because it's called offshore gambling. When regular sweepstakes websites exist, the reason why they do this is because, they're doing shady shit.
Can you guys are you doing research on the Stake gambling shit?
Listen.
Yeah. Give me some.
If this was shady at all, Canada would not license them to operate in Canada.
I don't know what you mean by Canada has licensed them. Canada does not have the same level of restrictions on online gambling that the United States does, but that doesn't mean that, or different states in the United States does, but that doesn't mean that they're like licensed in Canada. I don't know what you mean by that.
They have a license to operate in Canada. Do you understand? That's what I mean by that. And number two, it's weird how just because it's crypto, you're attaching shady.
Wait, I've never heard of this, by the way.
It's bad. You guys
And painting a brush.
Yeah, it's bad. I agree. It's. I think it is.
It's just
I think it's malicious and out of bad faith that you guys lump in the bottom 1%
100%,
scammy
yes.
dog shit exit scam trash.
I literally
with, like,
just
the top
made
heavy
that- I
hitters,
just-
the juicers.
I'm not doing
in
that.
real
I'm
life
saying
casinos. And
Yeah, you're saying because it's
established
crypto,
criminal-
it has to
consistent
have
on this.
shady. Yeah, you're saying because they're using crypto,
Well,
they
some
have
are
to be
crypto
shady and they're
only,
doing
but
shady shit. It's just weird to
I
me.
literally
No.
just made a crowbar separation between like
talking to
legitimate
you, I was
license.
talking to
Okay,
Hassan.
go ahead.
No, I think
was
it's
talking to
all
Hassan.
bad. But I think
Hassan just
crypto
said because
provides
it's
an
crypto,
additional
they
layer. Crypto provides an additional layer of skirting
yeah.
authorities, and that's
Totally.
precisely why they operate in crypto. And that's
Exactly.
precisely why they operate out of a fucking island
Yeah.
rather than a legal Canadian casino. If it was, if they wanted to get involved in like a legitimate gambling scheme, they could have had an American casino
you
or
saying
even a
that?
Canadian casino that is literally based in Canada and can use the Canadian dollar or just fiat
It's-
currency in general.
Here's what's crazy. No, real quick.
I think crypto's pretty cool though.
X, please, real quick, please, real quick.
Real money
Okay.
shit, it's fucking cancer. Just forget it.
Here is my problem I have right now, and I'm going to be as clear as I can for the
Damn, I tried to
people
log
who
into
can't-
Stake, but it wouldn't even let
For
me
the-
from the United States.
Exactly, yeah. So for the people that can't understand this, we just jumped from
It's complicated,
promoting.
bro.
No, hold on, no, wait, I'm talking to Hassan here. We just jumped from people. Here was the entire argument before I even joined. When I
Hey.
was sitting there playing Rust for 29 hours. Just wait, let me finish.
Yo,
Russell.
yo. Look at this. Look at my screen, you guys. Trainwreck. This is their headquarters, bro, on Google Maps. This is where.
Give me a second here.
No. This is important. This is where Stake
oh my-
Casino's located,
Oh
you
my
guys.
god. See.
How have we gone from
Yeah,
the argument of kids promoting
This
and
is
catering
located-
to kids,
Whoa,
and now we're
This
talking
isn't
about
their
crypto?
disclaimer.
Oh,
This is the- this
you
is
got
the
like
address
this
Can
is
you
the
of
say
their
most
100%
disclaimer.
confidently
Stake
that this is not a scammer business,
What?
Train? I mean, honestly, can you? Because it sure looks like a fucking scam.
Look at this. This is their address.
Maybe it's not.
This is their address,
Yikes.
you guys.
Yikes.
Okay.
This is their headquarters.
Can
Holy
we
fuck.
go back to?
Holy fuck.
This is a shed in the fucking ass woods of somewhere.
That's an issue you bring up overall. It's not an issue you bring up by lumping the people in and painting them as evil or some shit. I don't know why you guys are doing this.
Wait.
No.
Wait, what?
No. They're in a
This
shed,
is
you guys.
crazy to me.
They're in a shed. This is their headquarters.
Wait, I'm
This is
confused.
important.
I
Open my
want to
stream,
understand what
Hassan.
xQc's argument is there.
They're in a shed.
Because
Yeah,
xQc, it
I'm
seems
sure every
functionally
fucking
like you've been
offshore company
defending
in the
that
United
for the
States
past
is in a
hour
shed
and a half.
too.
Do you
What
feel
does that
like
do with
that's
anything you
appropriate?
brought up?
I'm not
This is some
defending
virtue
anything.
No,
signaling
this is a
bullshit.
totally
You're
legit
going with the
company.
wrong things to get at it.
We started this with streaming on Twitch to children.
This is the
Then
website
once
on
we
the
said we had
bottom
an
of the
older audience,
website,
we've
Stake.
moved this. We have suddenly
Yeah.
shifted this conversation
Let's send them
to
letters.
an entirely different political
No, those
fucking
are
stance.
multipliers that make
and
it
it's
worse.
the weirdest shit I've seen in my life.
No,
Like,
those
this is
are
some
multipliers
bad
that make
faith
it worse.
Wait,
virtue
no,
signaling
Trainwreck. Let's go
bullshit.
visit them.
Train, it's
Let's
all
go
bad.
see it.
Oh
Let's
my
go
God.
send them
It's
feedback
all bad. It's
to their
all
shed.
bad, but this makes it doubly bad. Do you understand? Like, there's a difference between like
This
like,
isn't
something is
Caracal?
bad,
Where's
which
this?
we all agree on.
Everybody with half a brain knows that these
Bro, the Kiriko company is tied to the real name of the owner. Do you understand?
Let me take a look
tied
at this
to the
place.
fucking know your creator.
Nobody cares.
Looks like a
It's
really
tied to
nice neighborhood.
everything.
They've got
There's
their.
no shady back end shell company hidden.
They have,
and
like, their
running away with
tanks
money.
went to
locked
jail
up.
for this,
There is
by the
a
way.
history. Follow the breadcrumbs. You'll see a history of the businesses of everything.
It used
the goddamn.
to be based out of
Are you guys
these
seeing
companies
this?
used to be based out of Cyprus. Some of them still
Don't
are.
say
and
these
based out of
companies. I'm
Israel.
talking
Some
about
of them
Steak
still
and only
are.
I'm talking about
now they
Steak
moved
too.
into
This is their
Curacao
fucking
because I guess Curacao has less restrictions. That's
Yo,
why they do it.
This is Steak. This is the address on the bottom of their
But there's a reason why they have to do it out of the shed in Curacao, and that is
Yeah.
because
Are literally using.
You're fine.
Listen. You are using hypotheticals and circumstantial bullshit. You're saying because they're in this, it has to all be a
send
scam, rigged,
them.
and shady.
Sorry.
It is unfair. It is fucking bad faith, and you are virtue signaling. We started this argument off of something entirely different.
Trainwreck.
You sat there together, circle jerking on a podcast,
Train.
talking about the health of kids,
Train.
And now we're talking about the location.
Wait, I have an important
of
thing.
No, I still agree with
Train,
that point.
I have an important. I have
legitimately
an
licensed.
important point, you guys.
This is what we've moved to.
Train, don't shout
This
over
is
me.
why this is just
I have
a
a really
fucking
important
show.
question. Wait, everybody,
Pander to
please.
fucking
I'm
drama
panicking.
viewers.
Away from that
Train,
point.
wait, no,
I never
wait,
backed
wait,
away
wait,
from that
stop,
point.
please.
I still
Please,
think
What are you
please,
doing?
give me a
Some
minute.
petty shit.
But
Some
Hassan,
petty
you
shit.
of all people, no,
Please.
didn't know that. Dude, why
How
did
am
the
I
argument
muted?
go all the way over here? Like,
Oh, no.
What is this whole
Please,
systematic
let me
thing?
put this
all of a
in.
sudden, you're just lumping everybody in.
Okay,
The
please,
problem
let's
that
put
we're
the
having-
shed aside.
The problem
Let's
that
put
we're
the shed
having-
aside. And I just have one question for Train. Did you used to say on your streams that I wouldn't do this if I was a big streamer?
I probably have. Yes, I've said a lot of things on my streams, and I've grown up, evolved, and changed. Have you not done that? I'm sure you've had instances in the past where you've said very harmful
So why did
things,
you change your mind?
and now you've changed. Have you
Wait,
not?
do you think it's harmful to say you wouldn't do this as a larger streamer? The difference
No, I'm just
is
giving,
one is
I'm giving an
demonstrating
example.
growth.
People's perspectives change. Things change.
What changed that
right?
made you say, okay, I will do this as a big streamer?
I got a love for it. I enjoy gambling.
Love.
It's what I do on my off time. So now I do it on stream, and I know I've catered to a older audience. And as long as I'm responsible and transparent,
It's
which
easy
I
to love
am, which
something
you've
when someone
admitted
pays
to
you
me
$1 million
being,
a month. That's
I
all I'm
do
saying.
it. That the fact you keep bringing that up
Is totally on
reflects your-
point.
It reflects envy more than it does
It
facts.
totally
doesn't- me
changes the
taking
whole,
$1 million and
your
using that
whole
$1 million
hobby.
on top of my funds.
Bro, I don't care
is
what you do with the
irrelevant.
million. I
It's
don't care what you
irrelevant.
do with the $1 million.
I have to-
Dollars.
Can
The
I- can I
fact
say
that
something
somebody,
here, Ethan, really quick?
I'll enjoy any hobby if someone pays me $1 million a month to do it.
Yikes.
I'll go fucking croquet with my grandma. I don't give a shit.
Ethan,
I'll go play
Ethan,
Jim
hold on.
Rummy with
Let me
my
ask you a question
fucking
here.
mom and her friends.
Yikes.
My question is this, okay? Do you feel like you adequately defended the prior points about like addiction and how this promotes addiction? And do you think that's why we're
is
like
the
moving
shit,
away?
by the way.
Or do you think we're addressing every single deflection that you've brought up so far,
Train, I got you.
demonstrating
I got
that
it.
why these are multiplyingly bad and worse when you realize that it's in fucking Curacao
Okay.
and this is what the headquarters looks like? Because that's what's
I
going
will-
on, but
I
you make
will
it seem like we're running away from the original argument.
The reason why we're
Yes,
running away,
yes,
Hassan,
yes.
is that we are only for.
Yes.
Everybody's forced to go at your pace. You fire 20 shots, pang, really small shot at the bottom of your argument, right? Right? And they're all really damaging, and you're lumping us in with all the evil people. And every time we bring that up, you downplay its importance. Oh no, these are specifics. Forget about that. And next point. Oh no, no. It's not about that. It's about the bigger picture. And you're pushing further and further to other topics because we have to, because you're downplaying the good points and overplaying the good ones.
I'm so confused. There is no good point to promoting gambling.
The one about the alcohol was a good point.
He gets paid $1 million. That's the
We see
upshot.
the way. The one about
I think alcohol promotions. I think alcohol promotions are also bad, but a varying degree of bad, considering that.
Trainwreck.
The degrees of evil. The degrees of evil.
What's up, buddy?
This is why the slippery slope argument
I
is
guess
a
it's
logically
hard to-
fallacious one. Now,
Because
do you understand why? Do you understand why it's a logical fallacy? Because
You guys run.
I'm giving you tangible, identifiable reasons as to why a certain thing is bad, and then what you are doing is what is known as whataboutism. Okay.
What? I never
By
did that.
saying.
What
What
did
about
that?
alcohol? Which then I describe exactly how that's different.
that is
So
not
then you
what
want
I
to tie
said.
it back to.
That is-
So then you want to tie it back to gambling.
Hassan,
I already gave you.
Okay, guys,
I
I
already
have an
gave
important
you
announcement.
clear and
You're
concise
cheating. You're cheating
examples
the
of
argument.
how.
Is it up?
No, you're
come I don't see it here?
maliciously twisting
Guys,
your
I have an important
your
announcement.
recollection.
I'm not. I'm
The
just.
new background
no,
is the
you're
hut
not.
where steak is
shut
located.
the fuck up! You are maliciously misreconstructing the argument we had to play in your favor. It is not how we went to that point at all.
I don't know what you're
Agreed.
referencing right
Guys,
now anymore.
I have an
really
important
don't know.
update.
We
I'm sorry.
went to that point.
The background is
because
the hut
initially
where steak is
we were
located. I just want people to
talking
know.
about the promotion
This is
of
the
a
shed.
vice or something bad or illegal.
This is where
Right,
millions and
or
millions and
damaging, right?
millions of
Or-
dollars
I
are
think
laundered.
you misunderstood.
No, not illegal.
There are vices. It's like saying doing a fucking sponsorship for a sugary candy is bad because of the consequences of diabetes. Like heart disease kills millions of people. That's a terrible argument to make. I mean, sure, that's still bad, but there's varying degrees of bad. There is a reason for why we hold specific vices to a specific value and regulate them appropriately, and that's because they are incredibly damaging and very hard to moderately enjoy.
I just pointed out.
Bro, I don't trust any company that's run out of a building like this.
Hey, Ethan, give me a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, I'm talking to Hassan.
Here.
Okay, no.
Here you go.
No.
That's the company you're talking about that you're showing.
Like, give me a minute.
Is it based in Cyprus too, by the way? Because I wouldn't be surprised.
Yo,
It's based
we have a valid point. We have a valid point for once, and you guys are misguiding the decision to
What country is it in?
A hut in Cyprus or some shit.
Curacao? You guys ever heard of that place?
And you're showing me a van from fucking Cancun or some bullshit. I don't give a shit about the hut.
I do.
Now, because we're
I
not
love the
there
hut.
yet. We're not there yet.
I love the hut.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then buy the hut. Buy it.
I could. I mean,
Yeah, buy it.
I will. We should buy this hut. But go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Hey, Hassan, what I indicate to you, I simply point at the fact that I thought it was slightly hypocritical, right? That in the podcast that I wasn't in, you were with somebody who did a paid promotion for alcohol, right? And you were sticking only on the fact that promoting gambling is also dangerous and bad, right? When I made the link. Because the promoting alcohol is, I think, also bad.
Bringing the money?
Both destroy childhood, families, people's mental health. People die from multiple suicide from all those things.
I agree.
I think it's a decent it's a comparison that draws a good picture that's as close as it gets. And I thought it would be
Yeah, but you're not addressing the. But I know.
it's
Okay,
so
fuck
close
Miskip then. He's wrong. He's wrong for doing alcohol promotion,
fuck
right?
it. Thank you.
Okay, but that doesn't change the main argument that we're having, and I don't even fully agree with what you're saying as far as like alcohol promotion. If Miskip was getting fucking shit-faced, he would get banned off the platform. Like that would be entirely different if he was like, "I love alcohol, like let's fucking keep drinking," and promoting the degenerate level of alcohol consumption.
You motherfucker! If you're gonna present gambling as black and white and no degrees, then you do the same with alcohol. Black and white, no degrees. Don't give a shit about. Oh, he's passing out. What is the gambling
Because I
equivalent?
think
dying on a stream from the slots pulling out of my arms. What are you on about it? Well, what a dumbass.
Yeah, because I think I don't have the same opinion on poker streams. Maybe if you knew that, you could turn around and say I'm a fucking hypocrite for that. And the reason for that, even though it is still gambling, is because the subsidiaries that you have to utilize are, in most circumstances, legal ones, okay? If it's an illegal one, then I would have an issue with that as well. And the reason why I don't feel the same way about slots as I do about poker, for example, I'm giving you.
It's happening again,
baby. It's raining at the hut.
You're hiding at some.
No, I'm actually telling you that there are
raining
different
at the hut
degrees in bad behavior and promoting
Rainy
certain
weather.
vices. And I'm trying to describe to you by showing you the boundaries of my moral system so you can understand where I'm coming from. Do you get what I mean?
Okay. What if I gamble unpaid for $10 on stream?
Off stream? What?
No, on stream. I gambled $100 on stream, and I gambled it.
Gambling on stream
Black and white.
routinely.
It's
Okay, this
bad.
is you are talking about an extreme circumstance to make it seem less innocuous to a bunch of people who cannot comprehend how bad this is. It would still be bad. It would still be bad. Even if you gambled $100 or whatever the fuck on a casino stream, it would be bad. But if you understand that it's still bad, then you should be able to comprehend why it's so much worse when you're gambling $1,000 a hand.
Bad, that's fine.
Things are
But
black and white when it suits you.
Do not.
Go ahead.
If you listen, I said this to Ethan in the beginning. If you're gonna say it's bad, you have every right to, and that's fine. The problem is, in the beginning, this was used, whether it was you or whether it was Ethan, in order to start this entire show off, right? Petty tactics were used.
QXC wanted to come on the show, and that's how this
insinuating
started.
that we are all
I know who
scamming,
that is. I don't know
rigging,
where
and
he's at. I
involved
don't
in the
care.
beginning, and we're selling it to children. That's what it started as days ago. Do you understand? That's what
It's
it
a
started as.
multiplier. Yeah, that's a multiplier.
No, but you
effect.
cannot bundle us up in there, and then now that we're here, say it's none of that. But
Wait,
ethically speaking, this is
can't.
based
Am
in
I
this
missing
country.
a point? Because I haven't backed away from a single claim.
I'm
so
talking.
Oh,
I'm talking about
please.
Ethan. How this entire
we're
thing
talking to me now?
started. Do you understand?
I'm in the bro. I'm at the hut in Calco, bro.
See, in 2012, Ethan, this kind of stuff would have worked, but we're in 2021. People are a little smarter.
Hassan,
Like
the problem with
doing
this
these
is
Smarter than
little-
what? I'm not
Charades.
backed
The
away from
problem-
a single point. I don't want to relitigate the same point 20
problem
times
with
with you.
Hassan
Every
is
point,
that-
this entire fucking
The
show.
whole point is that this is the
Hassan-
place you say is legit. It's in a fucking hut in the middle of some goddamn country with peace
I'm
and love that I've
saying-
never even heard of. And Dan's well educated. He doesn't never heard of it
place
either.
I'm saying is, listen, I'm
What's the
saying
name of the country?
gambling streams I do,
Curacao.
xQc did. Those are legit. Do you understand? We're not sitting there playing with fake
Kirk.
money. We're not sitting there fucking scamming and rigging. I'm losing. You're basing everything off of a clip of where I win instead of watching my 20-hour fucking stream. That's what I'm saying is legit.
I think
These
you're
things
hyper
that-
focusing on
Things
again,
that no. These things that you're grasping at about other countries where they're based. I don't
This
know
is a
what the
hut in
fuck.
Calco.
Or how the fuck?
Wait, Ethan
Right.
Ethan, I think that's not my statement. And I personally don't care about that. I think my opinion is
Jesus.
broader than that. It's
Well,
completely irrelevant to me because I never made that statement and I don't really care.
Okay,
I understand
Hassan,
why someone could make that speculation given how gambling operations have worked previously on the internet. I don't think Ethan ever said that either of you guys are like personally involved in stake in a similar capacity to like
Oh,
the
no.
CS:GO shit. And
Wait,
I'm
you
not very
guys-
familiar with the CS:GO stuff in general, so I would never have been able to make that comparison, right?
If you don't
'Cause I
have
don't even
kids,
know what the
wait,
fuck
do
that
it with
is.
Trainwreck. Do it
So
with Trainwreck.
having said that, the arguments that I've made have not been addressed, or when addressed, you agree with me. It seems like both of you do that gambling is bad. Okay, that
Yep.
it's very irresponsible, and it leads you to like $2.3 million losses.
Yep.
And I personally
Yeah.
think if this kind of behavior is so destructive to the tune where it's like it makes you 15 times more likely to commit suicide, it's the most suicidal prone addiction out there. I think that promoting that to an
A
audience, no
close
matter what
second
their
being-
age is
being
harmful.
alcohol and drugs, right?
Promoting it to a younger audience
A
that is
close
impressionable
second-
is even more harmful. Promoting it to a younger audience that's impressionable through a website that is regulated is still bad, but unregulated because they're based out of Curacao is the worst fucking thing you can do. That's my argument. So I've addressed
Curacao.
every single
Don't
point
give me
that
that
you have
argument
made
when
so
I have
far.
I have an older base, 100%.
Does that make sense though? Do you guys understand? I want to make sure that like this is
Listen,
as
don't jumble
clear
me
as
up with the
humanly
12-year-old
possible.
I never-
PG-13ers. That's all I'm saying.
Hassan, I never argued against that.
Okay, so we have no
this
disagreement then.
podcast has been like a 3v1, and Train already knows my sense about gambling. I'm already kind of against them. I know people keep thinking that I'm like defending Gamba. I was only in the first place to stop something from people from lumping us with
Hey.
actual scam lords. I think it's
Ivy.
kind of unfair, and I don't like it.
Hey.
Lumping us, it's just bad.
Hey,
I don't like
Trainwreck.
it.
If you're trying to
Okay,
be transparent, why is it that all the videos you post on YouTube is of you winning jackpots?
I don't post videos of me on YouTube.
Oh, this is Trainwreck TV highlights. That's not you.
My channel is Trainwreck's TV.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
my channel.
Train TV highlights. So
Yeah, that's not me, buddy. Nice job, though. Really good fucking investigative work. Really good. Really fucking good, man.
Step it up, producers. Come on now.
Really
Wait,
fucking good.
okay,
Yeah, you
guys,
should probably
it
fire that
doesn't
guy.
matter.
That
Producers,
too.
step it up.
It
Okay,
doesn't
it's not
matter.
that big of
You
a
also-
mistake
you
to
also
make,
continue
but I
that
do
in
think
law,
it's
right?
important to
It doesn't
show
matter
that.
now that he's wrong.
Well,
But when you-
hold on.
It
It's
doesn't
not-
matter because
hang
you
on.
still
People are,
already
these are the
pin your
clips people are
wins
watching,
on
bro.
your streams, dude.
These are the
Yikes.
clips people are watching. It doesn't matter that they got it wrong. By the way,
People are
Train TV
watching.
highlights. Do you
Reaching
not?
this size,
Are you have no
everybody's on
association with
TV
this?
is not me. No, it's not me. That is
Okay, well, you
not
should
me.
remove those videos because it's putting out the wrong impression of you, dude.
Oh,
okay.
my-
Jesus
no,
Christ.
I'm
come
serious.
on.
It's just
fuck.
winning.
Come on.
That's not what you want to put out there.
Don't train me.
Oh
Hassan.
my
Do not train
God.
me.
You should
Train-
remove that
if
channel.
this argument was just
Exactly what
about
he's
wins and
doing.
promoting wins, then you could potentially make this a counter, right?
Yikes.
But even then,
Train.
even if we are exclusively talking about the promotion of wins, like you talk about chasing that win, you pin your wins on your chat when people use the command to see how many wins you have thus far, or if you're up or down. So obviously, you do understand that it's a motivator because it's content. Ultimately, it's content, right? It's good content. When you're losing, you're an
And it's
underdog.
always
It's not.
rooted in-
No, it's not about content. It's not about content. I do it regardless. Do you understand? If I was at 1,000 viewers, I'd do it. This is what I do. Why are we pretending like this
I
thing
did a bit of
happened?
content, I'll admit
I've
to
been
it.
gambling since the beginning.
No,
Do you
I think
understand?
it's content.
He's
And it's
OG
compelling
gambler.
too. Like,
Yes, but that's not
I think
the
it's compelling
primary
content. Don't get me
reason.
wrong.
Do you
Hey,
understand?
Train,
It's
look
not
at my
the
screen
primary
and explain
content, to
this
be honest.
photo.
It happened.
That clip
the content
channel,
thing happened.
that clip
passively.
channel
If it wasn't
promotes the same
content,
concept that
people
we were
wouldn't
promoting,
watch
by the way.
it.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is I
Explain
didn't
this
do it for the
photo, Train.
content aspect.
Train, that clip channel
photo? What are
literally
you talking
proves the
about? On my
same argument that
stream.
you yourself have made over and
Where
over
is it?
again. The clippable moments are your victories. And that's what people care about. That's what people gravitate towards.
That's my
if you were
point. Thank
losing
you.
all the time, it still wouldn't matter because no matter what happens, you're ultimately going to win. And even if you were losing all the time, people are clearly still getting on board and signing up for the website or gambling more on that website after watching you. And that's precisely why they're paying you $1 million a month. Like, look,
They are
hitting the
losing
bag
money
is one
on me.
thing, right? And by
They
the way,
are
it's not a
losing
bad
money,
thing.
and my affiliates show that they are losing money on me. They pay me because if I'm going to go live, they want it to be on their site. They find it more damaging if I'm on another site versus being on theirs. Do you understand? They don't pay me because I'm bringing them money. Do you understand that they?
How are you not afraid that you're going to make more train wrecks out there? By the way, like that's my point. People love you, dude.
Right, and
They
if you,
look up to you.
but if you're going to give that argument, Hassan, I need, like xQc was saying, I need consistency amongst everything across the board, not just this that I'm involved with and xQc is
am.
involved with. All
I
your
think I am
mutual
pretty
friends.
consistent. People call me a
No,
virtue signaler all the time for this reason. I literally had a
alcohol thing was a
conversation
prime example.
personally with
I mean-
Yasuo when he asked me.
Where's the
I
picture? you're linking,
personally
brother?
told him,
It's on
no
my
cameras,
stream.
no
It's just
nothing
a
like
goof.
that. I think what he's doing
Not
is
that
wrong.
important.
Where is it?
It's on my stream. It's just a goof.
Where is it? Let's take a
Is
look.
it not on the screen?
I love him, but what I think
Well, put it
I
on the
think what he's
screen.
doing is
Try to
bad.
find it. It's just a stupid picture. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, see, those, I'll keep it $150. Like, no cap. Those motherfuckers ain't watching me. If they're watching me, they have a parent right behind them, and that parent is a fucking idiot.
I'm just kidding. I don't think 5-year-olds are watching you. Just an image
There's
that I
no
wanted to.
shot.
Yeah. Thank you. Peace and love.
Yeah, that's
Look, at
funny
the end
though,
of the
yeah.
day, I
Both
think
laugh.
we are having we are not going to see eye to eye on this one, you know, and I think we've all presented our positions on this. I think if I can make some conclusions that we've drawn, we all agree that gambling is bad. There are different degrees of badness. You know, someone like Aiden Ross, who's not even playing with his own money, who has a younger audience, who
I mean,
is.
by the way, you also have clips on your personal channel that like show you winning $400,000 and you know this last minute bet saved me a lot of money, which is fine. Like you know, you show that doesn't make it worse overall. My point is that like it's
I
all
tell
bad.
people not to post this shit at all.
Okay,
my
I saw
main
that.
my main YouTube should just be my content, and that's it. There shouldn't
Okay,
be wins.
Hassan, I went to
If there
YouTube,
is,
okay?
then-
I watched your party highlight. I saw you drinking heavily. I went out there, I drank as much as you did, and I passed out. I was blacked out. Motherfucker.
Facts.
You saw a party highlight where I'm drinking heavily. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, it was a joke. It was like, dude, like, where are you going with this?
Dude, come on, but like, yeah.
If that's
fact.
something I did, I mean, if it's not a hypothetical, then yeah, I would want to fix that. I would not want to have that up. I think that's actually not good.
Okay, so be just as vocal and consistent across the board on all those matters, and get into a podcast with your two
I
friends.
don't have to
and let's
care
do
about
100,000
everything.
viewers stream of
Just
each
because
other.
I'm not passionate about every single fucking thing bad happening in the world doesn't mean that I can't care about what you're doing
When
wrong.
you use the example
No,
of
you're not wrong.
care about the
Correct.
kids,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
you
know
should
why.
be.
I don't know why you
Because
guys
when
are.
you use kids,
guys are just
you should
whataboutism
care
all
across
fucking
the
day.
board. Should you not?
We're not
I
going
do
to
talk
agree.
about a lot of these
I'm
issues,
not
by the
talking
way.
to
I literally do.
We're not-
talking to Ethan.
We're
Yeah,
not going to
you didn't
agree.
seem to talk about a lot of it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do a stream now dedicated to every bad thing in the world, just so I can come back in 30 years when I'm done and then talk to Train. Because until I've criticized every fucking issue in the world, I have no moral, I have no ground to talk to.
About the kids, then yeah, I would like
Yeah,
to see
okay, I'm
alcohol
going to go on a
against
Save the
alcohol
Kids store
sponsors.
so I
Yeah.
can talk to Train in 10 years from now when I'm
100%.
done.
Okay, but you understand that you have not actually.
Is there one person in the world
successfully-
qualified to criticize you, Train, by that metric?
What was that?
Is there one person in the world who is qualified to criticize what you do?
You're
think I
allowed
am.
you're allowed to criticize what I
am.
do
Okay.
when you're using fucking facts, not some bullshit about scam, rig, and some trash. Do you understand?
Okay,
I
you're
mean,
hyper
listen, it's
focusing on the
all
scam rig trash shit. I
yeah,
never made
Let
that.
me reiterate this. People
not
that
talking to you,
like
Son, I'm talking to
Gamba,
him.
that like doing that content, and that are doing it, and will are being promoted to do,
Listen, we're not gonna
who are
agree.
being paid to do it, will be continuing to do it, regardless of my opinion, yours.
More
until
people are
it
going to
is
do it if you're
outright
doing
banned.
it. More people are going to do it if you're doing it. Your fans are going to do it. He's making $1 million a month. I don't care what you do with that $1 million. If you happen to spend it on more
I'm
gambling,
actually-
that just
I'm
I
actually
don't care.
down- I'm actually down $1.5 million, but
okay,
thank you.
Great, fantastic. Listen, this is where if you guys, what's your affiliate code? I'll give you a promo. Steak.
I don't want it.
Okay, someone tell me what it is. Steak.
Don't. I don't push it at all. Don't
Well,
do
I'm
it.
going to do it for you. I want you. I don't want to
do it.
No, I want to. I'm helping you.
Now you're just being an asshole. No,
This
Yes,
is weird.
I know I'm not being an asshole. I want you to get paid.
that's just weird.
This is
Ah.
weird.
This is the
Really weird.
headquarters. If you trust, if this
Yikes.
is the place where you want to put your money, right behind me, we can head on over to Steak Casino and play with the likes of Trainwreck and get a huge, not a huge return. You're guaranteed to lose your money from the
What are
from
you
Train
doing?
himself, from Trainwreck himself.
Checkmate.
That's what I say. Yeah, you will guarantee. You guarantee
Guaranteed to lose your money.
100%.
Right there.
Yes, you will
right
lose.
into this shed.
Wait, why did you feel weird about plugging something that you get paid to advertise?
Yeah, why is
I
that
don't-
weird?
Because
It's
I
on
don't
your screen
like-
every
I don't-
every
I don't
time
like
you
it.
stream. It's on
Because
your
I
screen.
don't like affiliate codes. I don't like it.
Then why is
I
it
think
on your
affiliate codes are
stream,
weird.
though?
You have it
fucking
on your
time.
stream, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my stream.
That's if you don't
okay,
like it,
guys.
don't take the $1
You're
million.
being ambiguous about this. It's like if somebody was on this podcast saying, "Guys, look, guys, I drank G Fuel. Guys, get code xQc." Like, dude, it's like, dude, it's just weird. Like, you're like, yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
then
it's
why
just-
does
No,
he?
because
Why
he's
did
being
Train
coy.
say?
Like he's
okay,
like,
that's
he's
something
like,
weird.
I'm
He doesn't like
sponsored, but I'm
affiliate
not
codes in
sponsored.
general.
I don't push
I
my
get
code.
paid a lot of money, but I don't like it.
The code
It's
is
like,
there for people who gamble already
Yeah,
that are
yeah,
degenerates
yeah,
like
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
and they can. That's it. I don't push it though. I
There you go.
verbally
You don't
tell them
push
not
it.
to
You're
gamble
saying-
all the time.
You do it. You're
Right now, what you just did right there, Ethan, has
Yeah.
pushed it more than me in 3 months. So congratulations.
Yes, I'm sure the people that watch you day in, day out are not using the code that's explicitly displayed on your screen. They're not using it versus me pointing at a shed in the middle of fucking nowhere saying this is where it's located. I'm sure everybody's running to go sign up for Steak that's located in this fucking shed. I'm sure I'm doing all ton of damage to the youth, the people of America.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Excellent.
I really want to reiterate because I think people are really not getting. So my points and my stance is, this is like an opinion and a degree thing, but I agree. Gamba bad, shouldn't do it on
Yes.
stream. It was very damaging. I think most people will agree with
Agreed.
that. Even I did it, and I agree with that. I get it.
Okay.
I was rooted and mainly in this idea. Gamba content because I'm enjoying it, and whenever I'm enjoying something, chat enjoys it. I enjoy doing it, and I love doing it. Okay, I understand the impact of it, and I more understand it now. But I really wish that even after these experiences, you guys didn't lump people like me with
Hey.
legitimate scam lords
Hey,
and
perhaps
scum
this
lords.
is why no one
It's
mentioned
bad.
your name originally when we were talking to Aiden, and you thought we were talking about you and got mad and got offended when no one was talking about
Yeah, I
you
don't-
because you already have admitted all these things.
I actually don't think I said anything really bad about XQC.
The only
to
time
begin with.
XQC's name was brought up was when I was talking about normie streamers. When I said XQC is the biggest streamer on the fucking platform, are you telling me that he's a normie streamer to misgive to make fun of him for sucking off Aiden Ross?
What, did
That
I
is
suck
the
up-
only time your name was brought up, and that's precisely why I'm very confused. I love it.
Yeah, no,
I love it because it's good content, but I'm very confused as to why you got so personally mad. Trainwrecks, understandable. Ethan brought up Trainwrecks. Understandable that Trainwrecks is mad. You just added yourself into the conversation when no one was criticizing you at all.
I never accused you of scamming anyone,
it's
dude.
a dishonest.
I think what we call it, what we call this in the Among Us industry is a self-report.
No, I'll tell you. No, real quick. XQC, real quick.
You set up this report because
Being sussy as fuck right now.
You created an unfair scenario maliciously where
100%.
3v1,
I agree.
three analytical individuals would fire shots at Adin, some 19-year-old fucking
Dude, it wasn't a setup. He chose to call in. It was
He wanted
impromptu.
to come on. He wanted to come on.
He
We
wanted
weren't
to come
gonna
on. It
fucking
wasn't like a big old. We didn't. Dude, it wasn't like a mastermind thing. He wanted to call in.
You fuckers. You okay? Listen.
XQC.
Are you saying
XQC.
Miskiff is analytical, by the way?
XQC.
Because that's hilarious.
Dismantle them one point at a time, leaving no points for
XQC.
any
Guys, I'm
intelligent
happy to
counter-argument,
announce,
and you
just right
purposely
here,
locked
Dan,
me
on
out
the
of it.
screen.
Do you think this was a better? Do you think this was a better defensive cryptocurrency streaming?
Wait, I have an exciting
XQC.
announcement, guys.
Fuck you.
If you head on over
listen.
to stake.com, you can use code H3. We just
No, but, like,
received our
for real.
affiliate code today. You get $500 free if you deposit $10,000, and you can play in this shed.
Okay.
Real
Here's
quick,
the thing,
hold
though.
on.
Like,
wait. Hassan.
Guys, head on over to my stream if you want to
Real
use
quick.
code
So
H3 at stake.com.
So after
for a
being
huge
here,
bonus.
right? Here's what I learned.
I'm not
right
defending
here.
anybody. If you're gonna fuck
here's
up
what I've learned.
Gamba, you
X.
don't get to lump everybody in and using Aiden as a focal point, aka sole representation
Yes.
of the Gamba across. You don't get to do that.
Here's
you
what I've
already
learned.
apologized for it. You're in the same boat as Miskiff, so I don't know
here
why you're
is-
still mad. No
here's
one
what
was
I've-
saying you're in the same boat.
Here's
I
what
don't
I've
know why
learned.
you're
We
still
get
defending
lumped
it.
in. Okay.
Dog, you literally, no one lumped you in. You lumped yourself in, and now you're mad and digging yourself a larger
media,
hole because you're making it seem like
every-
you're defending cryptocurrency gambling.
Everything has been doing it. I always get the short end of the stick.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All that big titles, put my name in there. I always get lumped in. And when you guys put lies or things that can be disproved, right? And the only person who can disprove
disprove
that
anything.
when I'm being lumped in is Aiden. It is out of bad faith, and you fucking know.
Bro,
it.
you
And
literally, we never had this conversation with your name involved. I don't know why you're still on this. Okay?
Here's what I'm upset about. Let me tell you.
We literally
Okay.
never brought you up in that entire fucking conversation. Go watch the entire thing.
Real quick. Okay, drop that. Listen.
It's the truth.
Here's the problem here. He said his conclusion, his concluding words, I'll say mine. At the end of this entire conversation, we came to the conclusion, right, that gambling is bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Use code H3 at
So
stake.com.
what does that confirm to me? Exactly what I've been saying. This is all for the fucking show. Because the way this started wasn't we think gambling's bad. It started with
No, it was.
the
It was.
most,
I've been
no,
saying it for
it
months.
started with the most scumlord of shit ever. It started
all-
with scam, rigged, and children
I'm
specifically.
gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my
That's
mind.
where
Guys,
it
This is all
started.
dumb.
Hassan, not you. Hassan, not you.
Say
Look
whatever
at
you want.
Ethan. Ethan's shots to me, not you, Hassan. Ethan shots to me before your fucking podcast.
All
Do you
valid.
understand? I'm not talking to you, Hassan. I'm
All
talking to him.
interesting, valid points to make.
He started with children. He
Yep.
started with scam and rig
Yes.
toward me. And now that we're in the call, all it is we think gambling's bad. So
Well,
here's
well,
the
well,
conclusion.
we've debated
This
the
was
other
all
issues
done
as
to
far as
sell a
humanly
show.
possible.
No, this was done to
short
sell a
of
show.
not
It
being
was done
in their fucking data
promulgating.
center
It
in
was
this
done
shed in the
for
middle of
relevancy
Cow
and your
I can't
introduction to
obviously
Twitch.
prove that they're scamming.
That's
So
what
what's the
it was
point of
done
debating
for.
it?
And
My
it's fucking
point
petty.
is that obviously in the absence of having absolute proof, I am only I'm guessing based on my experience and knowing about unregulated industries that it's possible they're doing those things. It's definitely interesting and worth bringing up. Obviously, I was short of having fucking evidence again and being in this shed, which is in the middle of Cow. Then what's the point of you keep bringing it
talk
up?
about it like you were short of evidence. You talked about
Go watch
it like
it again.
was fact.
Go
You
watch it
understand?
again.
Okay.
Yeah. Go watch it again, and meanwhile, I'll watch your 10 hours, 12-hour stream where you're 20-hour stream where you keep saying "Don't do this" with the code on the screen.
I never
That's
mentioned the
perfect.
stakes, by the way, but also, I think the stakes don't matter because ultimately, what is going on? I mean, the stakes is a multiplier. If the stakes are fucking, gamed in your favor, if they're juiced up, then it's really scummy. But ultimately, people see your wins, and they are a significantly better motivator than your losses. Your 19 hours of losses are a deterrence. Okay, that's my point, and that's been my
I
point.
just love how all the arguments here are like
It
pointed
doesn't
out.
change; they're all relevant.
Holy fuck!
Yes,
all right. Well,
I know.
hey guys,
It's hard.
good talk. It
Yeah.
was great meeting you, H3. Great meeting you
It was
again,
nice
Hassan.
meeting you. Thank you for calling in.
Great
I'm glad we
meeting
could
you
talk.
again, Hassan.
Yep. And XQC, it's always a fucking pleasure. Hey, you let me know. Send me a picture of that cock again.
Thick as
Hey, I need
thieves,
some
baby.
material.
Thick as
Yep.
thieves.
I know sometimes you run low. You hit me up at night.
Yeah, I need some cock. Hey, just send
3
me some
a.m.,
dick
4
pics.
a.m., I got you,
Hassan,
pal.
hey, now that I know you're circumcised, my man. Listen, send me some of those too. H3, it was a pleasure. Later, guys.
All right. Take care.
Wait,
Nice
are we
chat.
done? Actually, are we done? I don't want to leave, and you guys are still here. Are we all done or no?
Well, I mean, I think we've talked this to as much as possible. This conversation is
Fuck
probably done.
alone.
Yeah.
It's just that listen. I kind of wish I could make you guys understand this without sound like a fucking victim or whatever. But it's just because when there are certain points that are clumping everybody together, whether it's me, Train, Adam, right? And they're legitimately wrong, and it pushes a narrative that bites me in the ass every day, all the threads, and it's like, oh yeah, but him too. It's a recurring thing that.
Okay, but then get mad at those people. Why are you getting mad at us?
No,
We didn't bring you up.
No, because okay, you not bring me up doesn't do shit. If you say something that isn't truthful,
Well, dude, listen, it makes everyone look bad. It does. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it does, and it legitimately sucks. That's why I wanted to put a stop to it.
Yeah. So
Okay, fair enough.
we agree. And for the record, I don't think you've been scamming anybody. It's great that you realized that this was a bad thing and you stopped, and I'm glad you stopped, and I think that's awesome because it's hard to say no to that much money, right? And so it takes a lot on a personal level to say no to $1 million a month, right? Or $2 million a month or whatever Aiden's getting. And so, you did the right thing, and that's great. And I think that
fair enough.
that I'm totally I think it's great. What can I say? I think you're good. I mean, you did it. You realized it was bad. You moved on. That's fine.
The difference between you and Misgive, though, is that Misgive is not like coming on to be like, I'm going to debate about still like this gambling site is not a scam or whatever.
But when was Miz brought up and lumped in any articles or media?
I did. I brought him up yesterday. I said Mizkif used to gamble. What do you have to?
That's you. Something that is recurring. If I find an opportunity to put a stop to it and try to give it a good explanation of why it's not a certain way, right, and it's not a complete scam lord shit.
It's possible, but I don't think you're scamming. This is the hut, by the way.
Stop pointing to the hut, dude.
Just saying. Seen more legitimate fucking headquarters in
I mean, they probably have one in Cyprus too. Trust me. Like that doesn't really. It's just like someone can have a legitimate business and still be a scam.
Okay, I'm not saying anything. Okay, but you of all people should know. Okay, that don't like 99% of fucking billionaires have all their shit routed through the fucking to Belize and the Cayman's Isles or fucking
and it's really scummy because yes. Less restriction, less financial regulation and restriction. That's precisely why they do it. Just like the reason why Steak is not fucking headquartered in Canada and instead is headquartered in fucking Curacao is that exact same reason why billionaires fucking route their money through that. And that is incredibly indecent. And I'm fully against it. I would throw all those motherfuckers in jail if I had the opportunity.
xQc, I think you're great. I think that you did the right thing. I don't think you're a scammer, and I think you're a great guy. I think you're funny, and I like you.
Okay, thanks. It goes both ways. Sorry if I tell you guys if I say
this
you guys,
is awkward.
Are you still here?
I'm sorry if I say personal insults.
This is fucking awkward. Am I not going to get any likes?
I'm sorry that I said you guys fuck you guys or you're an idiot. Okay, it's just how I argue sometimes. I go over the board. I apologize for that.
It's
fuck
fine.
You, bitch. You never respond to my DMs.
I would have loved to compliment.
Respond to your DMs.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Train, I hate to say, but I don't like that you're still doing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you can still say that you like me.
And to be honest, I don't know you very well,
news.
so I'm sorry that I don't have compliments for you at this time. But
Oh,
you
that's
have a beautiful.
okay.
I'll tell you what, you have a really beautiful voice.
Thank you. See how great that was?
I
It
like
was
your
that
voice.
simple and that easy.
Yeah.
How about my jawline? You like the jawline or no?
I'll have to do some further research before I comment on that.
All right, I'll tell you what. When you tune in today, if you like the jawline and Twitch Prime sub, and if you don't, then gift 5 subs. So I know what your answer is.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Something tells me you don't need that sub money, though.
I do. I'm down. Hassan, I don't know why you're laughing, my man. You know what I'm saying? Because if there's someone that doesn't need the sub money,
You know why I'm laughing?
None of us here do,
because
please.
I have a fuckload of subs. I literally show it on the corner so that no one misunderstands my financial predicaments or financial circumstances.
I have 0 subs.
Part of that offers me the freedom and security to never take on fucking things that will hurt my audience, that I will engage in like marketing that I feel like is bad or damaging to my audience. So that's precisely my point. So yes, you are correct. I don't need it. I don't need it at all.
I mean,
We're in the winding down
I'm
phase.
beholden to my audience, and that's it.
Yeah, if you teach, Hassan, I'll tell you what. I will not gamble on stream for 6 months. If you can teach me how you can preach distributive wealth and your goddamn chat's the only one distributing their wealth to you. You teach me how to do that to my chat, and I will happily
Happily
Got it.
stop for 6 months.
We'll do it.
Okay, facts.
Okay.
I'll make a call. Love you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. See you.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, are we shutting off the Discord? Hold on.
Yeah. So anyway, Hassan, thank you as always. Love you. Appreciate you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
thanks for
wonderful.
bringing on the call, man. Good job, guys.
XQC was great meeting you, and
Hey, how you doing?
obviously I have no hard feelings, and I only have positive feelings for you.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'm glad you didn't go out there and say some bullshit. And whenever there were like points where they were kind of shaky, you know, you gave everybody room to go back and forth. You know, not some fucking bullshit. That's reasonable. I
I
appreciate
think
that.
you're smart. I think you're cool, and I wish you the best. And I hope we can talk
Yeah.
again.
Yep. So likewise. Okay, man. Okay, guys.
All right. Bye.
Have a good day, guys. Goodbye.
All right, you too.
All right, bye.
Bye, everyone. Well, you might call that a train wreck.
Wow.
Ian had a good joke. I don't want to steal his joke. Ian, you want to say it?
You know what? In the absence of me not knowing anything about Trainwreck, if you are watching, I will say this. That Love here is a fan. He says you're a good streamer and very funny. So
Oh, yeah.
there's a compliment I hope someone can send to him because I'm not familiar with his content. So we do have compliments for him back here. You know,
I've been watching him for a long time.
there you go. Wow, I didn't expect that to go on for so long. Holy fuck. All
What
right.
do you get when you go off the rails? A train wreck.
Oh. That's what I said. You're getting a special kind of shit show here on Twitch, which you can't get on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Not my joke.
Wow, man. Wow. I gotta take a break. I gotta go pee. I'll be back though. We still have a lot to do, so fuck it. We're streaming, baby. We're streamers now. We got content. We got a lot of content. Should we keep the shed the whole episode or no?
I kind of dig the shed. It's a vibe.
They're like, we are a huge multi-million-dollar casino. Maybe even a billion. I mean,
Who's to say?
they're pretty big. They're like, here's
Very-
our headquarters.
I mean, I was obviously Googling around about this casino the whole time the conversation was going on. A lot of mixed information out there. I don't know. I really couldn't get a sense in a short span of time. Of
Do
if
they
that one's
have a
legit or not.
gambling license that's issued to them by the Canadian government?
You know, the Canada thing, I wasn't really seeing anything about Canada.
Because
but again, I didn't look that deep. I was just
Yeah.
doing kind of like a surface
Did you
level,
find
like
anything,
what's this
AB?
company about? And yeah, I mean, obviously the fact that they have a shack in the Caribbean is not a great look. But a lot of
You know, I heard
a lot of
Microsoft
giant companies
actually
do that.
runs out
I was
of a
about to
shack.
say a lot of multinational giant corporations.
I heard
have shacks
Microsoft
like this,
and
so who knows?
I even heard that that Chase JP Morgan runs out of a shack in in a small island in the Caribbean. So
I know you're being facetious, but their shack's probably a little nicer than this, but they probably do have like, you know, some little storefront that supposedly they're incorporated in. So
we just found an image of JP Morgan's street view.
Oh, yeah?
Here's
Let's take a look.
Here's JP Morgan Chase, one of the biggest companies in the world. This is the street view of their of their location. So I guess I understand totally. Yeah, totally made up there.
oh yeah.
You know, I didn't find much. The only thing was, it says on their website they're official betting partner of UFC. I mean, I found that and I found the shed, and I'm
Oh,
proud
they're
of it.
sponsors of the UFC, huh?
We
Yeah.
found the UFC. We
right.
found the shed.
I'm proud with the shed.
Right.
So, I mean, it's hard when you start getting into facts like, oh, they're this, they're that, they're this, they're legit, and they're in Canada, and this. It's like, well, you know, I can't sit here and say yes or no to that stuff. So it's like, anyway, we talked about this shit for long enough, man. That was
Yes, we
insane.
did.
Holy fuck.
All right, you want to take a little break?
I like QXC. I really do. He gets fired up, man.
Oh man,
He
That was
called me like a piece of shit scumbag fucker like 20
passionate.
times.
A lot of passion.
But
there.
that's fine. I do like him, and I think he's great.
I like him. I like it.
I mean, look, the guy, he quit, and he's self-reflective. I mean, what more can you do? We all make mistakes.
It's more than you can say for Aiden.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand why he's defending Aiden, though. Like, that's just weird.
There was a lot of times where he was defending things that it seemed like, I don't know. It seemed like he was flip-flopping, like what he was defending sometimes, but maybe I was just having a hard time following him because he talks really fast.
Well, it seemed to be one of their main arguments the Train was making was like, you can't talk about this because you talked about this. You talked about kids, so you can't talk about gambling also just generally being bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he had less good points. Let's just say that.
Well, at any rate, I'm going to go to the bathroom. We'll be back after a short break. We're going to talk about Wendy Williams. We're going to talk about Free Britney. And David Dobrik, as my mom says. We have a David Dobrik update. And
By the way, were you aware that
Jeff Bezos in space?
pretty much half of Twitch was watching this?
Oh, between
Did you get that
all of us?
feedback?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, like Mizkif Hassan, obviously, then he joined. Pokimane.
Oh, they were all watching it?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, like the total audience was probably like close to 500,000 between all the channels
Really?
that were watching it, yeah.
You know, it's funny when they were all talking about subs. I was like, I don't have any subs. I'm not even partnered. Twitch won't partner.
No, it's funny because we're not partnered, even though we were the one hosting all of this, if you go to talk show category on Twitch, it was like all of those other channels, not us.
That's so fucked up. Because I was like, we're hosting it and our views aren't going up at all.
Yeah. Yeah, they're stealing it.
It's not, I don't know.
We need our freedom for the world.
One quick thing.
Go ahead.
Miskiff just made a poll on his stream on who won the debate.
Uh-oh.
And we won with 77%.
We won? We won!
Hey!
So we're officially a W streamer.
We're W, baby! Here, I'll pull that up. Dubs all around, baby. Dubs all around, boys.
The big Dubski.
We're a dub streamer.
We
Take
got
this
the
L.
big
Drake's in the shot.
Dubski.
Drake's in the shot.
Take this L. Everybody. Wait, we typed Drake's in the chat to try to get Drake to call in?
Drake is it's a applauding emote in Twitch. So Drake's in the chat for applauds.
Wait, Drake. Oh, it's not to try to get Drake to call into the show?
I mean, it could be.
Because that's
There's two sides to it.
Let's get Drake to call in, guys. Let's get Drake's in the
Champagne
chat.
Pappy.
Let's get on that Ninja hype.
Okay, guys. Well, just give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Nobody leave, please, because we're desperate and they don't even put me on the homepage. But what do I care? I don't even make money off this shit. That's love for the game. Take note, Trainwreck.
That said, steak if you are looking for a
the
new
fact
affiliate.
that he says, I take the million and put it back in. It's like, so what? That's your money. If you're a gambling addict and that's how you spend your money, it doesn't change the fact you're being paid $1 million a month.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, we don't need to talk about this anymore. I'll be right back, guys. Please don't leave. I'm begging you. Please. We're back. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. And to everyone who left during this time, shame on you. Fake fans. I'm just kidding. Well, am I? We have so much to get to. Before, there's a lot of stuff actually to react to. Shout out to Ms. Kiff's organization here. They sent out, just unlocked our new office. Just locked in our new office, OTK. So congratulations. They actually made a move on Steak's home office. So that's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting news over at OTK, making big moves in the space. They're going to be a billion-dollar company before too long. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Was there something else you wanted me to look at, Love? The live stream stuff? Live stream fail?
Yeah, I just thought it was funny that we completely took over LSF.
So
you
we
might
found
want to watch some of the biggest clips.
Here is us finding the Steaks headquarters. Oh, look at this. Look at my screen, you guys. Trainwreck. This is their headquarters, bro, on Google Maps. This is where.
Give me a second here.
No. This is important. This is where Steak Casino's located, you guys.
Oh my God! See.
How have we gone from the argument of kids promoting and catering to kids?
Why can't I point
and now
this
we're
out?
talking
This isn't
about
their
crypto.
disclaimer.
Oh,
This is the.
I was like, look, they're located in a hut in fucking the middle of the Caribbean. They're
Here.
like, oh my God, I
Yes.
can't believe he just went
They're
there.
just virtue.
It's a cruise ship stop.
What's wrong with? I don't understand why virtue signaling is always brought up by like. It's like, dude, you can't say anything. You can't hold a position on anything without virtue signaling.